Live from the tasting room of ESB Brewing in scenic Tampa, Florida, it's the Cranial Emission Show.
Interrupting the silence.
Drop a little science
With an act of defiance.
by the Cranial Alliance.
Ben Charles was the name that was given to me. And when I'm on the mic, it's like destiny. Well, he's a mover and a shaker, not a flopper or a faker.
If he was on chips, he'd be punching out your baker.
But there's more to this mix in this recipe. Here's a dash of number 2 of the Cranial 3.
First name Miguel, my last name Hito. I'm a mixture of the best, like a sushi filled burrito.
And if you get to know him, then you can go on Miggy. Got the bitty bitty beats like Buck Spot Tweaky.
There's still another part in this play on words. His name is Joey T, and he needs to be heard.
Joseph T. Needles Incorporated. The mold was broke when I was created. If you need a title, he's got plenty to spare.
And if he was a trucker, he'd have a monkey named Bear.
Well, I'm the last dog, the final bark of the pack. And now I'm gonna tell you who we are and where we're at. Cranial Emissions is the name of the show.
Friday night, 7 to 9 is the time, don't you know?
ESB Brewery will be live on the air. Come have a pint with us, we've got plenty to spare.
A show for everyone, alive and departed.
Enough about us, let's get the show started.
Now let's get down and dirty with the triumvirate.
Ah, yeah. Friends, welcome to the award-winning Cranial Emission Show, broadcasting to you live from the esteemed mecca of beer perfection known throughout Tampa and very soon the universe as ESB Brewing Company, located here at 333 North Falkenberg Road, Suite D.
Sweet D.
407, guys. We, the Triumvirate, sit before you tonight, prepared as always to educate and amuse. And we are pleased to be joined by a pantheon of enlightened guests. Friend and advocate of Swim Across America campaign, Alexandra Reynolds, will join us later as well for this show. But we've got Nelson coming up. He's going to talk about his new car. We've got Officer Dave Thomas, who's supposed to be giving us a call from Backdoor Investigations.
Investigator Dave Thomas.
Hired by Felix to investigate why Sancho, our former producer, was wrongfully deported. All kinds of stuff going on. Lou Bob's supposed to call in. A lot of different things. I mean, in this show, you just never know who's going to give us a shout. We've got Carly walking in. The lovely Carly walking in. Hello. Good to see you. Again, with this show, the Cranial Mission Show, you can call in live. If you want to be a part of it, you can do so. 813-NEW-TALK is the number. But we are the Triumvirate. Ben Charles, Miguel Hito, the Reverend Joseph T. Also, our esteemed producer, the WCW, the wily Chris Wiles. When you come to ESB, keep in mind, it's not just about the radio. The number one reason you come here is for the beer. 15 different beers to choose from here at ESB Brewing. And you have the ITJ behind the bar, the illustrious TJ, also known with his new name that I now dub him, the Dark Lord of Something Poured.
Yeah, I like that.
Dark Lord
That's nice. I like that. Yeah. Bang.
Yes, Sancho.
Why is Chris here?
Chris is here because he's the man with the plan. He is here to engineer.
All right, keep it squared away, buddy.
I don't know why you gotta be so threatened by Chris.
No, I'm calm. You listen to my voice. You're not listening.
You sound calm.
I am.
Okay.
But you are very unpredictable.
No.
At times you're quite
I am
unpredictable.
a Gemini.
Oh, okay.
Hey, yes, I'm a Gemini too, actually.
Right. You should get along.
Hey, I don't care.
That's actually quite scary, yes. And of course you don't care. But guys, come on up. I mean, seriously, come on up to ESB Brewing. All you Craniacs out there. Right? If you're listening live right now on TalkWattStudios.com, come on up to the brewery. We have an incredible food truck here, a food truck that has received many accolades, known as Sarge's Smokehouse Barbecue, okay? This is two guys behind this whole thing, Ken Saborn and Brian Burt. They're both retired military guys, 22 years and 28 years in the military between the two of them. They just opened June 2013. They are open Tuesday through Friday at various locations around Tampa, and they recently just won People's Choice Award for best tasting food at the Guinness World Record setting food truck rally at the Florida State Fairgrounds in March. So these are guys that you really want to look into. Go to Facebook, find their page. Incredible food.
That's big.
I ate it, and it was good.
That's really big.
It was really good.
I mean, I'm really excited about tonight,
That's
guys.
huge.
I mean, we obviously have a great guest in Alexandria with Swim Across America campaign, but we have our our reserve squad, if you will, the people that help make this show what it is over the years. Lou Bob, Nelson, Felix, all these different people are going to be calling in a little later.
Hello.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Sancho.
I'm sorry, I forgot about you, Sancho.
Sancho.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You should know.
Yeah, I do know.
Why?
But yeah, Mr. Charles, I think Alex has to be called A-Ren from now on. She's got a very short little title. She doesn't want to be known as Alexa Rodriguez anymore.
No, it's
or Reynolds.
Alexandria Reynolds.
Right,
but-
right. Well, she told me she wants to be A-Ren from now on.
Oh, she actually told you that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you got her name wrong, she told you that?
Yeah, that's
okay.
what she
Just
told me.
making sure.
It's because I got her name wrong. She was like, "Dude, don't call me Rodriguez anymore." I was like, "Okay."
By the way, if
Man,
you're
get it together.
I got it together.
Thank you, Sancho. I'm glad you scolded him for that. But if you're a fan of the show, go to Facebook, by the way. And if you haven't done so yet, then what the hell is wrong with you? Go to
Yeah.
Facebook.com/The Cranial Emissions Network. Like that page. Be a part of the cranial movement that's going on. Go to ESB Brewing Company. Like that page. Excitement abound with the momentum that they're gaining, and why not with the good tasting beer that they have? It's rightfully so. And so we're going to start this show like we start every show, and it's rightfully so. When you're sitting here from the tasting room at ESB Brewing, we start the show with the beer call. I already know what that one is. That's Chips.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
those
from Chips. Yeah.
I kind of lost myself.
I thought you were doing the A-Team.
I thought it was too, and I dropped the ball.
It almost sounded like a Star Blazer sound to it, and then it went right into Chips.
I thought you were gonna do Dallas for a minute. I was
I
like,
thought it was too. And
Dallas, dude. Damn. All right. Anyway, I'll start the beer call. I think I'm.
yeah,
Our
but
resident Michael Winslow over here.
Yeah, from
Police Club.
from the beloved
Police Academy.
Miguel, get it together.
Yeah.
I'm trying, dude.
Okay.
I'm having me an Henry Every, a stout.
Oh, bring us
Or no,
some
ale.
Henry Avery. Oh, bring us some
Very
Henry
good beer.
Avery.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
I love it. My favorite.
I'm actually off the res today with Cigar City Brewery's hard cider, which is really enjoyable, real nice and light, and
right.
something to make you happy. Oh, Francis is bringing over some magic.
Wait, what is this, Francis?
I want to
Go
hand
ahead.
out I'm handing out a taste of one of our beers that we just bottled, and we have some labels going on for it real soon, and you'll be able to buy it in the tasting room. This is the Pieces of 8, but it's been soured with a bacteria called Brettanomyces bruxellensis. I'm probably saying it wrong, but it has a little bit of a horse sweat flavor characteristic to it that might not sound appetizing to you, but it's a little bit of a maltiness blended with a little bit of a sourness, but then you still have the hoppiness there too.
So I have to ask you a question, Francis.
Yeah.
Are the other two of us animals? I mean, really. I mean, are we just animals? Only one beer goes to the three people? We're animals, clearly.
No.
Only one person gets a beer, or are we all supposed to drink Miggy's backwash over
I
here?
only had 2 hands. so I was
Yeah,
gonna make a
dude, come
couple
on now.
tries.
He's not running a tray or anything like that out here. So you said horse sweatiness? Is that what you said?
Yeah, actually, the flavor.
Now, is this pre or post ride?
And
I think the question is it bareback?
It's a full-on bareback situation.
so it's
with
like a Lady Godiva twist to
Lady
it.
Godiva and also a meat skewer.
Oh, hey. Whoa.
Now, are you talking meat skewer from like meatskewer.com or like the
Sour meat skewer.
Now, okay, we're drinking the beers. It is the beer call. So, Joey, what are you drinking, my friend?
I just said that already, but I'll repeat myself.
Repeat it again.
I'm having the Henry Every.
Yes, you did. You said it briefly, but then we jumped into this other beer
it's
that
a
I'm
horse
apparently
sweat.
supposed to share with this guy.
Yeah, I don't know where Mike's mouth
I guess
is.
I'll know.
I'm going to holler at Bobby over here and tell him to deliver these beers.
All right, there you go.
All right.
Okay, so
Working on
Francis is
Okay,
on that.
I'm gonna go ahead and
No,
try.
before you drink that, what's this other beer you're
Cigar
drinking?
City, the hard
said that
cider,
too,
which I've
dude.
already described.
Okay.
Ben, keep with it, brother. Keep with it. I'm looking at you. Keep with it.
Okay, and what are you drinking here?
This is the horse sweat. What was it? Pieces of 8? No, this is
the
pieces of.
sweaty balls pieces of 8.
Okay, so
Going to be a huge success.
guys,
It'll be good.
right
the
now I'm
balls.
drinking the Pirates Gold, but we're gonna all drink the Pirates the sweaty balls pieces of 8. So let's all swig this. Cheers.
Now give it a smell first, okay?
Okay.
I like the way it
It's-
smells.
God, that reminds me of the locker room.
Yep, it's got a little bit of that laundry flavor, if you will. But actually, it's actually a refined flavor
It's like
for the beer palate.
Snuggles. It's like Snuggles.
That's got a very dry
No, I
dry
like it.
finish to it.
Really dry, real fit. That's really good.
Yeah,
I like
it's real
that.
subtle.
I like that.
It's good, man. I'm not a huge. Is this an IPA?
This is the IPA. This is actually the same pieces of 8 batch. We
Okay.
just took some of it, put it aside, and put a little bit of that bacteria I mentioned, and it dries it out really good. But then you get a little bit of bitterness. You still get the hoppiness.
It was botulism, right?
No, yeah. My upper lip stopped working.
Now, for all you out there, you Craniacs, for you Craniacs that are watching the video right now, if you're on TalkWadStudios.com, if you're not right now, then goddamn it, you should be. But if you are on there and you see our esteemed companion that is sitting here with us on the video, this is the frenetic Francis Booth.
Yes.
And the reason we call him the frenetic Francis Booth is because he is a man of many hats. This is a guy that is working way more than he should be. Many jobs that he has out there, and one of his jobs is he is the chemist. He's known as the chemist of ESB Brewing.
Does he need a hand for his job?
No, he's doing
No,
all right, man.
no,
That's not exactly
no,
what that
no.
means, Sancho.
Why? What do you?
No, that you kind of.
Hey, that's enough, dude.
Sancho.
That's enough.
And so, Francis, this is actually this is a notable event for us because this is the first time in all the months that we've been doing the show here at the Tasting Room here at ESB Brewing Company. This is the first time that we've had you on the show.
No, that is incorrect. Actually,
First week.
he has been on.
Oh,
Yep.
the first week,
Yeah.
yes, but that was prior to being on TalkWatt Studios.
I,
so now you're making your video debut.
Yeah.
So say hello to the fans out there, and give everybody a background. Oh, yeah, now he's
Oh,
flexing
muscle-
over here.
muscle show, the gun
Little
show,
ticket to the gun show over
He's
here.
been working out, I guess. Wants to show off a little bit.
So
Well
tell
done,
everybody
girls.
about what you do over here, Francis.
Let's see. I kind of just be the glue to keep things moving. You know. I hate to say that, but I got Leslie does a lot of the heavy lifting, and then
Leslie.
she's not here right
Now,
now.
see, you're going to get Sancho excited. Anytime you mention Leslie, he has a hard time standing up.
I got my cleaning crew. I want to shout out to Chris and Dave.
Yeah, those guys bust their butt, man. I tell you, every
Oh.
time I come in here and they're working, man, they are busting their butt.
How long you been? How long has been Booth's been at that location?
We've been going on. This is our 4th year.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So you've been here for a bit, yeah?
Yeah, for a little bit.
For a college.
The landlord and I become friends.
That's good,
how
though.
long it's been.
That's awesome, man.
That's a good situation. You don't want to be on that guy's bad side.
And you guys have you've gotten a little busier, it seems.
Oh,
Which
Feels
is
like it.
definitely hard to work 5 jobs at the same time when their number one's going off. But dude, we love the beer.
That's the thing.
We
is-
definitely appreciate the
I think
hell out of you
America's
guys.
got
I
to
mean,
as well.
we are on the precipice, guys, of greatness when it
Yeah.
comes to ESB's outreach. You look at the momentum that they've gained, and in turn, they've helped us. Let's be quite frank.
Absolutely.
They've also helped us gain some momentum. So it's been a mutual
symbiotic
it's been-
relationship.
Exactly. Thank you.
It's a give and take.
Like
Exactly.
that, like that bird that eats the food out of the crocodile's teeth.
There's the bird in the nest, and the nest is on the branch.
Are we the bird? I
branch
think we're
on
the bird.
Tree.
No,
The snake in the hole.
and the hole of the snake.
Not quite.
Sancho, you just don't really know what you're talking about.
Tonight,
do you?
you're
No.
I'm glad you admit it, but
All right,
I'm
Sancho.
glad that you're sitting here before us, Francis, because a topic that has become has gained a lot of notoriety. A topic that people are really discussing. This was a story that was on Yahoo.com. 8 beers that you should stop drinking immediately.
Stop, put them down.
And these are 8 beers that, quite frankly, some of these will shock you. Now, the first one that comes up is Newcastle, of all beers.
Ooh.
Newcastle and Guinness both in this. And out of all these 8 beers, what they're really talking about are the extraneous products that are used to make these beers, particularly GMOs, which have gained a lot of traction.
GMO corn and corn syrup. It's usually GMO-derived products.
And
usually
Mickey,
the grain.
explain to the listeners exactly what a GMO is.
GMO is something that scientists have taken and they have genetically modified in ways that nature doesn't quite intend. And usually, there's a lot of side effects. Some people have been getting sick. Certain animals won't even eat half of the products. They set out GMO corn and squirrels won't even eat it. And so there's and honeybees. The GMOs are affecting honeybee crops. The bees won't feed. They don't produce flowers. So bees can't harvest.
They're dying,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. The
Honeybees
bees are
are
dying.
they're
I mean,
dying.
we could get into that all day long, but
Yep.
GMOs are definitely nothing to be to be taken lightly, and they should be stayed away from at all costs.
So you look at the different products. I mean, a lot of it is GMOs. High fructose corn syrup is another one of the ingredients.
Oh, yeah.
MSG is one of the ingredients that you see in a lot of these beers.
I had some MSG the other day. I had crazy dreams afterward. You ever get that Chinese
Yes, yeah.
meal? You know?
Really?
You could smell the colors.
Some Chinese
I
food,
actually
didn't
have little packets of MSG at home. It's like salt.
Yeah,
it's
he
called
snorts it.
accent.
It's like
yeah.
natural LSD,
crazy.
if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, the most vivid dreams. You wake up and be like, what the hell is
Usually
that?
I'll mix it with a little water and hit it with the lighter, and then go ahead and inject it between my toes.
No.
I don't know why you're freebasing, Mike, but you look at the different beers. Newcastle and Guinness, like I said, are in this. Those are the surprising two. The others not so surprising. You look at Budweiser, Corona Extra, Miller Lite, Mick Ultra, Coors Light, Pabst Blue Ribbon. These are the beers that are in that top 8.
That won an award in 1898, for God's sake.
The Blue Ribbon's a big deal. All right?
Yeah.
I used to like. I was a big Blue Ribbon drinker, man. I'm a little disappointed to hear that. And I don't think they had GMOs in 1890 though. So
1898.
I imagine. I imagine the recipes changed a little bit.
See,
I'm shocked about Guinness because I used to be a huge Guinness drinker.
Me
Well,
too.
what about the Guinness has what? Fish bladder in it?
Oh, yeah.
Guinness has fish.
What is
bladder.
that?
What does that do?
I can tell you about that one. All right. So that's actually a technical term for it. It's called isinglass.
Closer.
Oh, close.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
So yeah, it's isinglass is fish. The fish guts. So those fish guts like clear your beer, so it makes the beer so you get an ultra clear beer.
Gotcha.
Really?
Yeah. So how you just add it to it? Or is it a strain process or something like that, dude? Which
Yeah, you just add it to the beer when you're fermenting it, and it makes everything settle out.
and what's bad about it? Just
It's
disgusting
fish
because it's
guts.
fish bladders. Yeah, I mean,
Natural, it's fish guts.
I
I don't
bet-
think
I-
anything's necessarily. It's more like the one, the propylene glycol one is the one I'm concerned
Yeah,
with.
there's that,
All right.
and all
So
most
Francis,
of those have it in them.
this is a great opportunity for you and your constituents
Yeah.
to take credit for the way that you make beers. Explain how your beers are different from the masses.
Before you do that, explain what propylene glycol is.
All right, so you,
wait, how do you pronounce that again?
Propylene glycol.
yeah, that was good, dude.
you know the stuff that's in your radiator that keeps the water from freezing.
Yes, it's quite delicious.
Yeah, it's called
Yes.
ethylene glycol. You drink that, life's over.
Yeah, that's
so,
really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
people give it
propylene
some.
glycol is about the same thing, just a little bit bigger molecule. And I'll tell you, that. Not to get all chemistry on everybody, but hey,
No, please
propylene
do.
glycol, it's in everything. It's in, believe it or not, it's in your shaving cream. It's in your shampoo.
What's the purpose of it?
They put it in there so it doesn't freeze.
Gotcha.
That's like the main ingredient.
So we're
It's-
drinking beer with antifreeze in it.
Yeah, it's got a basically antifreeze.
Pretty
yeah.
much so they can store it somewhere, and if it's a cold
So
weather state, it won't freeze on
aside
it.
from taste, because
Gotcha.
we're running out of time here,
Yeah, yeah.
but aside from taste, and clearly, when you compare the 8 beers that are here versus what you have to choose from here at ESB Brewing Company, the taste is an afterthought because the taste here is far better. But aside from that distinction, how are your beers brewed? I mean, I'm assuming that you have the top ingredients
Yeah,
versus
top
what you're
ingredients.
seeing here. You're not using GMO corn. You're not using high fructose corn syrup, are you?
No, none of that stuff. So everything we use is all fresh. I get my whole grains. We mill it like that day we're brewing. We're using some of the best grains. There's a grain called Maris Otter, which is a UK style grain. United Kingdom just is a classic grain, and it produces that nuttiness that we
Nice.
get in the pieces of 8 and also in the Ghost Ship. That produces that biscuit flavor that we want. That's one of our main grains we use. And everything's all natural for everything. And then for our clearing agents, we use a thing called Whirlflock, which is basically everyone you have to use something that really clears the beer so that way you get a good clearing agent. But that's it's seaweed, but it all settles out. But it's natural. At least,
Again, it's natural, right?
And is that more expensive than fish bladder? Is that why?
It's not the cost so much. It's more so like
Availability?
the fish bladders are okay. Everything settles out of that. I'm not too concerned about the.
Okay. I'm just curious.
Of
as
all
why.
the things, the fish bladder is
At
probably the
least
best.
it's natural.
Right. Okay.
Now, real quick, another topic before we go into the commercial break, because we're running up against it, Francis. But I
Yeah.
wanted to get your opinion on this because we're going to skip the UVA story. I want to go straight to this Belgian Trappist story.
Yes.
Okay.
There's these Belgian Trappists that are now overwhelmed by the world's best beer tag. Apparently, the word of mouth, the viral marketing, if you will, has gone to the point where they are beyond their capacity to make this beer.
Well, no, not exactly. What the issue is the monks that are making this beer. People have become so enamored with this beer that they're afraid that they're not going to, continue with their religious studies. In other words, they're not going to, put God first. In other
They're
words,
becoming rock stars.
The beer's becoming rock stars,
right.
and it's
the makers will as well.
Yeah, it's the people are doing it, and they put work and prayer before everything else,
Well,
and
the
they
monks.
make beer as a secondary. But they're afraid that people are going to start putting the beer before work and prayer. So this is the issue that they're running to. So I mean, they're very humble people, obviously. Was it Westford Letlin?
West Leftrin.
Whoa, West Letlin.
Yeah, that's a real popular beer.
Yes. But
I
that's
haven't had that one. I've had like some Rochefort and some other.
Are you familiar with what we're talking about?
Familiar with what
though?
you're talking about. Like those beers are very special. And the thing is what happens is everyone wants that beer, and it's setting back. They need to focus on what they're doing. Actually, this even happened with
Cigar City.
Oh yeah, they were
That was
such monks over there. with
Hunapu.
Monks.
The Hunapu limited edition where they had like a near riot going on.
Oh, the
there.
people were reprinting the tickets and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
that was all screwed up.
Well, I think what happens is a lot of these the monasteries, they brew the beer, they make the cheese. They do that to support the monastery.
Right.
And then what happens is because beer is so popular. Hey, it just it does its thing and
Takes on a life of its own.
Yeah.
And when anything is popular, people want to try it. It's just kind of, the norm.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, guys, we're coming up against a quick commercial break here. Francis Booth, one of the we're the triumvirate of radio here on the Cranial Mission Show, but you, Bobby Every, and Simon Swain, you are the triumvirate of pioneering beer ventures. And so it's only natural that we align. And it's refreshing to have you on here because you've kind of been inconspicuous lately. We haven't seen you in a while.
It's called busy as hell.
it's called I don't want to get drunk in my own place.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Especially live on air.
Don't
right?
get high on your own supply. I hear that.
I mean, you don't want to be obvious about it. If you're going to do it at home, right? I mean, you don't want to be visual for everyone here.
Yeah.
But Francis, thank you so much for
Yeah,
joining
man,
us.
appreciate it.
And again, for all you out there listening, before we go to commercial break, you want to check out a place that is working their ass off to provide all kinds of different flavors for you. They're really stretching the bounds of different highlights of beer that you can experience. You need to come up here. You need to come to ESB Brewing Company, 333 North Falkenberg Road, Suite D.
Sweet D.
407.
Sweet D.
Yeah.
Come get some of that Sweet D.
All right, sweet D.
Thank you,
Come
Francis.
get
Take care.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much,
guys. Appreciate it.
Francis.
All right. And guys, with that, we are out to a quick commercial break. So for all you Craniacs out there, stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
Howdy, folks. It's your old pal Bubba Clinton here. On the heels of the overwhelming success of my novelty condom line known as Billy Bags, I've been urged by my female constituency to create Bildos, a new line of sex toys for all you tarts, which I personally guarantee will please your lady parts. First up the bat is the JFK. This majestic rubber dong will end any missile crisis blockading your panty hamster. This Bildo comes complete with a fully adjustable internal spine proven to tickle any G-spot. Upgrade to the Deluxe, which includes exploding head action. For you ladies on the go, try the travel size RFK model. A little pocket willie is sure to make that kitty purr. Now for you BBWs sporting a moose knuckle, we got a Bildo just for you. The Grover Cleveland is warranted to stretch any meat sleeve. It was designed with new exciting rubber technology that actually expands with contact and moisture. This bad boy will have the fat lady singing from beginning to end. The Grover is for sure to be re-elected to your Oval Office. Next in line is a novelty Bildo sure to complete any collection. The George Washington is the first of its kind. A solid wooden dong made out of the finest cherry straight from Mount Vernon. I cannot tell a lie, ladies. I did not have sex with that. Well, I'm just kidding. Use with caution, as extreme friction could cause splintering. These shafts will be a numbered limited edition, so don't hesitate and pre-order one today. Finally, if you like a little kink in the stink, then let me propose to you the Bildozer, a marvelously designed butt plug with unyielding penetrating power. This fleshy dork screw is equipped with a tightly coiled spring to allow rapid jackhammer gratification. This buildo even comes with its own operating glove to prevent slippage during accelerated use. So don't delay and order one today. Or better yet, why not nominate all my representatives to be members of your cabinet? I am Bill Clinton, and I approve these insertables.
Look for Buildos in adult stores near you.
I briefly want to share with you the lyrics to one of my favorite jams. Apple-bottom jeans and boots with the fur. The whole club is looking at her. She hit the floor. She hit the floor. Shawty got low, 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 low.
Hi, you're listening to the Cranial Emission Show. Thank you very much. With Ben Charles, Miguel Hito, and the Reverend Joy T.
Welcome back to the Cranial Mission Show, folks. It's an action-packed episode that we have planned for you tonight. And speaking of packed, you look at the brewery, you look at the action going on around here. We are located at 333 North Falkenberg Road, Suite D.
Sweet D.
Thank you very much, WCW. Suite D, 407. This is the place to be if you're looking for a great beer. 15 different ones to choose from here on a Good Friday in Tampa. This is where you need to go. Go to Facebook.com/ESB Brewing Company. Like that page. And for that matter, like our goddamn page here on the radio show, Facebook.com/The Cranial Missions Network. Now, if you want to call in, you want to be a part of the show, it is 813-NEW TALK. That's 813-NEW TALK. The triumvirate is here, although I'm... there's apparently a beer accident going on over here.
Dude, we had some issue with the wire underneath the beer.
You okay over there?
Yeah, I think I got it.
No technological damage over here?
We're good.
We're okay?
I'm not killing anybody tonight?
No, we're fine.
Okay, good.
Don't be messing anything up now. Okay, I don't have Jesus Julio here to destroy my
computer.
I
think we're beyond that.
But, we were also joined by Sarge's Smokehouse Barbecue. This is a phenomenal food truck. They are here before you with incredible food. The reviews that I've heard about this place is phenomenal, and we've got a call in here, right?
Yes,
Okay,
we
yeah.
do.
WCW says we have a call coming in, and from the number, I know who this is. This is actually Officer Dave Thomas. Now, before we bring him in, Chris, hold on just a second.
Okay.
The reason I got to tease this whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Sancho, who was the former producer before you replaced him,
Oh, okay.
was wrongfully deported about a couple months ago.
Oh, man.
And we found out that Nelson may or may not have been behind this, who was also a former producer. There was a rivalry going on there.
Do I have anything to worry about?
I don't think you do.
Okay, just making sure.
Because now we have an investigative team going on. I mean,
Okay.
you might have had we not assigned this.
Okay.
But I want to bring Officer Dave on because he works for Backdoor Investigations. This is an investigation group that is funded by Felix Cal, the super fan of the show, the primary benefactor of the Cranial Missions Network. So let's go ahead and bring Officer Dave on. Officer Dave.
Yes. Hello. How are you, boys?
We're doing very well, Officer Dave. How are you?
Now again, like I told you many times before, my name is Inspector Dave Thomas with Backdoor Investigations. I'm not an officer. That is reserved for the police force.
You know what? Listen, Inspector Dave, with all due respect, I didn't bring you on here to debate semantics. So why don't you just tell us why you called?
Hey, let's keep this amicable, please.
Listen here. If I needed any lip from you, I would listen. I am called in regards again to the Sancho Sanchez case number OU812, the wrongful deportation of said gentleman.
Right. Yes, we get
now,
that.
I have been working extenuously on this case. I found some inconsistencies, and after listening to a certain airing of your radio program, a suspect towards the case has come arise. Now, a certain Gloria Sanchez is now a suspect in this case. Mr. Nelson, what was Nelson's last name? I do not recall. I am in the car driving to a concert right now. Styx is playing down here in San Francisco.
Oh, so you're a big Styx fan, are you?
Yes, but that's neither here nor there. Now, Gloria has been stepped up into suspectual investigation I hope that she is not listening right now because I do not want to alert her or tip her off to the situation.
Okay, understandable.
So, now what we have here is a possibility of her funding Nelson to make the commercial.
Oh, okay.
And you
Yeah.
understand that this is big. This is a big thing here. So I'm very close to wrapping this case up, but I needed a little more time on my own dime.
Now, Officer Dave, or Inspector Dave, I do apologize. Inspector Dave.
Yes, thank you, finally.
You're welcome, Foghorn Leghorn. I do...
you need to watch your mouth. I have, if you want to play these little games with an investigator who is paid very well to look into the backgrounds of people, my friend, we could go on.
I apologize.
Well, that's nice of you.
Yeah, let's keep this.
Okay.
Let's keep this nice.
So let me ask you a question. Now, look, I say, Inspector Dave.
Now, listen here, Mr. Ben Charles. There has been a time where in a certain very nice climated island, you said your daddy's junk was nice.
Actually,
now, if you want to keep going on, I could bring up some stuff, my friend.
That is not factual.
I've done full investigation into your background. I know more about you than you know about you.
That is not factual, Deputy Dave.
But what's he talking about?
Not factual at all.
Well, I apologize.
I never said
you were
that my daddy
admiring
had
your
nice
daddy's
junk.
body.
No, I never said I admired my daddy's body. That is
Well,
not
why don't
true
you
at
clear
all.
it up for us then?
Okay, well, if you must, I did happen to go on a cruise with my dad a couple of years ago, and
I bet you were sleeping in the same room with him too, wasn't you?
No, it was not a gay cruise, and we happened to be in an island, and he walked out with a Speedo, and I wanted to make fun of him, but I could not, and you know why? Because he's in his 60s, and he had an 8-pack of abs with the Speedo.
So I told you was admiring his body.
I didn't say I was admiring his body.
I say you was.
I said I had mad respect.
Okay,
That's
well,
a lot
listen.
different. Now listen, I mean, I'm sorry that I don't respect you the same way, but you're bloated and kind of built like a rooster, so it's not my
Listen
fault.
here, it turns out
It's
you
not my
was
fault,
married more
Deputy
than
Dave.
once, my friend.
I'm sorry?
Now, if we could go ahead and talk about Miss Linda all we want, if you want to.
You want to talk about who?
With your ex-wife, Linda.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Oh, something's going on here. And listen, let's get back to the.
Listen, let's just wrap up this story. You're starting to really piss me off.
Yeah, let's get back to the subject at hand because you guys are getting a little out of bounds here.
So
you said,
you were-
wait. Let me handle this.
Okay, go ahead.
You just be quiet for a minute if you don't mind, Mr. Charles, because you
Okay.
seem to be insulting our guest on the radio.
I'm about
and,
ready to throw down on Inspector Dave.
All right, well, listen,
Okay.
just a minute. Let's get back to the. You said you have some, Dave. You said you have some information about Sancho getting sent back. Now, let me fill everybody in what's going on. Nelson, we found out, was the voice that actually made the call to the police, and that was one of our ex-engineers. Now, he said he was hired to do this as some sort of voiceover work.
Right.
And he was paid to do it. All he did was make a recording, and then somebody else must have recorded it. And so now that we're up to speed, you say you have some new...
But he did reveal, okay, Nelson did reveal that he was hired by Gloria to do this voiceover work. So is that what you're talking about, Inspector Dave?
Yes, that is what spurred further investigation.
Okay. And upon that further investigation, what is your determination?
I'm almost wrapping this case up. We have yet to receive the final records of what I've been looking for, but within a couple of days, most likely by next week, your next show, I will have the information you will be looking for in regards to case 0U812.
So we can expect a call next week.
Yes, sir.
All right, sounds good.
So, Officer Dave, I just have to ask you, when you decided to improve upon your speaking ability, did you watch a lot of Looney Tunes by chance?
Now, I swear to God, you're starting to really piss me off, boy. I ain't got time for this shit.
Whoa, you can't
This
do
is
that.
a family show.
All right, listen, I think
Listen,
that's,
Deputy Dave, this is a family show. You're not supposed to curse on the Cranial Mission show. You know that, right?
I think he just hung up on you.
Did he hang up?
He's gone.
Okay. Well,
dude, you got it. What do you got against this guy?
some people have attitude problems, dude.
I know.
Seriously.
Well, you maybe, dude. What's up with that crap,
some
dude?
people have attitude problems.
Yeah,
and you know what? Speaking of attitude problems, we'd like to talk about different topics where there's a lot of crime going on, and you're gonna have to cue up the police blotter. The police blotter theme song. Go ahead and play this because we'd like to talk about. Well, before you play it, we'd like to talk about different crimes that are going on, And, Florida always seems to be one of the main sources of this. So before we get into all the different crimes across America today, we're going to play our theme song.
Guilty as hell.
Oh, yeah, and that is the police blotter. We will start out with an interesting story that really caught my attention. This is a man that was arrested for a DUI.
Right, which is not that interesting in its own, right?
No, but it's the attire that he chose
Well,
when he was arrested for a DUI.
I think the whole story is a little remarkable. I mean, it's not just a shirt, which did say drunk as the word that Dave Thomas just used on the radio a second ago, which pretty much lets cops know what you're up to. But I think that the better part about this guy actually drove on a sidewalk, hit a parked car, then he attacked his girlfriend, and then he was arrested. But he looks like a nice guy. If you look at the picture,
He does look like a nice dude.
Kind of like that dude from.
Happy-go-lucky. He'll beat some ass. He will beat some ass.
Hey, look, I'm just drunk as crap. It ain't his fault. He got a shirt, and he was warning of that.
And, you got to be careful when you're driving around, particularly if you're in an Amish community, because you don't want to get caught in an incident that becomes known as a hit and trot.
Not by Lebanon Levi.
You've heard of a you've heard about a hit and run,
Amish
right?
Mafia.
When someone's driving a vehicle, you hear about a hit and run. But in the Amish community, when you hit someone with a horse and buggy, it's known as a hit and trot. This is actually an incident that's being investigated right now out of Pennsylvania, where an Amish buggy was out of control, a little bit of too much drinking, perhaps some homebrew, hit a car and then drove off after that.
Well, the buggy hit the car and then drove off.
Buggy hit the car.
Now, do we know if this was Lebanon Levi or maybe John Schmucker or any of the guys from the Amish Mafia? What town are we talking about? Do we know? Is this up in PA? Or is this part of the I know a lot about the Amish.
We know
an
you're
avid
a big
watcher of the Amish Mafia.
Which is total crap, by the way.
No, it's not, dude.
I can't believe you watched that
Dude,
show.
I just watched the last episode, dude, and they quit because they were getting arrested for everything, man. This stuff's real.
Terrible show.
These kids are hard, man. Although I'm thinking the three of us could move up to Lancaster and probably take it over.
You have to watch out for different conveyances, if you will. Whether it's an Amish buggy, whether it's a man that gets arrested for a DUI, there are various different conveyances that you can choose from as you transport yourself, one of which is a tricycle. Yeah. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if I'm inebriated, I probably wouldn't choose a tricycle to ride around, only because it further engenders more focus,
Think
if
about
you will.
Think about stability.
But this man decided while he was high in cocaine to drive around on a tricycle. This is a 31-year-old that was found hiding underneath a stairwell. Sound familiar, Wolfman?
No. Never
Sound
did that.
familiar? No, you never woke up in a stairwell after being drunk?
Driving a truck.
I know you have, because I lost you at the casino. from doing
That was the story I told afterwards. Trust me, it was way worse than what
But
I
this
actually
was
told
in
you.
Florida, actually. Jermaine Jones, 31-year-old, found high, riding around on the tricycle on cocaine.
Now, Ben, you don't think the tricycle is a good idea because of stability's sake? You
That is true. He's not just going to tip over.
He's not going to fall
I've
over.
tipped a trike before.
Was it one of those like red tricycles or one of those big wheels?
I think we're thinking
That's
red
a good-
tricycle.
maybe
That
it was a
an
green
actual
monster.
tricycle. It was
Oh,
like
that'd be
a
sweet.
children's tricycle.
That was a
Yes.
green machine anyway, you're thinking.
Green machine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was nice, dude. With the dual things in the front for sliding.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I used to burn it up on that thing, man. It was
Oh,
nice.
God.
Yeah, but speaking of naked people, man, this was an interesting story that I caught. This one kid had I guess you'd say, a hell of a night. One of those nights, very similar, I think, a little worse than my drunken stairwell night. This was an 18-year-old boy. He was in Palo Alto, and around 8:50 p.m., he decided to just run into somebody's house and punch a teenager in the face.
So he actually walked into someone's house?
Naked.
He walked into a random house
Yeah.
and just punched somebody in the face.
Door wide open. He runs in there naked, punches this teenager in the face, and then hauls ass out the back. I guess later the police, they were actually at a call at that house when they got another call. This was in one of the cul-de-sac.
It's a cul-de-sac.
That's what I said.
It's not a cul-de-sac. It's
That's
a
what I
cul-de-sac.
said.
Daddy cul-de-sac.
Because it's because I don't know. It's French. I really don't know, dude. I'm not French.
Is it circle?
It's the dead end circle.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's not really a dead end.
While the police were at this, in the cul-de-sac, while they were in there talking to this teenage kid who got punched in the face. I guess he attacked another family, a guy. He went in there and started beating on this dude who actually then returned a good blast to the nuts. So naked guy takes a shot to the nuts and then runs out. So the police are just basically going from house to house getting these reports. Another guy said he saw him attack a lady with a dog and smack her. And finally, the police closed off the cul-de-sac, which you would imagine was a good idea. They should have done from the get-go.
Which you would imagine wouldn't be that hard to do, since it's dead end in and of itself.
Well, he decided to bust his way through, which didn't work. Naked, I feel sorry for cops. This is when they really earn their money, when they got to tackle a naked guy.
Red Rover, naked man, come over.
This must suck.
I feel sorry for cops.
The street.
You feel sorry for cops, and the number one crime state that we always talk about is Florida. And I feel sorry for the cops that had to get involved in this McDonald's bust. This was big news just a little over a week ago. The naked McDonald's. This girl goes inside McDonald's and goes crazy naked. And what was this over?
She wasn't entirely naked. She was in a thong, and she just went on a rampage.
Yeah, but by the looks of her, it was naked enough.
Yeah, pretty much. It was unclear by the security footage that was taken, but this woman just goes in there and starts acting all kinds of bat-ass crazy, dude. I mean...
Was it good-looking naked or bad-looking naked?
Is it ever good-looking naked?
Well, if she's wearing a thong and she's cute, then yeah.
Yeah, but when was the last time you heard of some cute chick running into a restaurant that was that?
It wasn't.
Depends on how high she is. You know,
it
if
never
she's in college.
happens.
I know.
If she's jacked up in drugs, chances are she's ugly.
Yeah, what's up with the naked crimes? I know it's Florida, and it's hot, but geez.
No, but you say what's up with the naked crimes, but what's up with the fecal-related crimes? I mean, this is what's really disturbing. Real quick before we go into commercial break, this is what is one of the most disturbing stories that we're talking about tonight.
Yeah, this Arizona woman. This is probably one of the nastier things I've heard in a really long time. This woman is 68 years old, if I'm quite correct. 65-year-old Sun Lake woman attempted to murder her husband by injecting fecal matter into his IV after he had surgery.
So she was I guess, Miggy, she was assigned to administer his treatments, if you will. Because why was she the one that was injecting anything? I'm assuming that she was assigned to take care of him.
She was in his room when he was recovering, and
the hospital.
Yeah, in the hospital, and Miss Rose Marie decided to go ahead and inject him and try to kill him with fecal matter.
Well, yeah, because you have access. I mean, if there's nobody there watching you, there's and everybody that has an IV, there's an open port where they can put whatever medicine they want. You know what I'm talking about? That's why they put an IV in. It's not only for like saline solution.
I mean, all their friends.
So you can inject any kind of drug that they need. So she just snuck in there and put some poop up in that joint.
Exactly,
huh?
and they saw the little brown stuff going through the line, and they caught it and ripped it out immediately.
Did her EKG go? Is that what's happening? Because it seems like that might.
Oh man, I'm not sure, but everybody seemed really happy, and nothing seemed wrong, and. All of a sudden she goes and tries to do this. This is just insane.
I think when he started the red line, that they needed to administer the deflagellator.
Yeah, they should have got some Beano. That's what they did. That's how they rescued him.
That's for gas.
More like the brown line.
Yeah.
Oh. We need to. All right. We're running.
We're not doctors, as you
We
can
need to
tell.
get an enema over here.
Damn it, Jim! It's just feces.
A blood enema. Give me a blood enema.
You know what? On that brown note, it's time to go to a quick commercial break. So for all you out there that are actually still listening to us despite the conversational topics that we're having, we appreciate that. Stay with us here in the Cranial Missions Network. We'll be right back after this.
Tough economy got you down? Are your money problems causing you marital issues? Unable to hide money spent at today's gentleman's club? Well, you don't have to be a gentleman to come to Gyration. Gyrations. Gyrations dancers work on a barter system. We only hire single mothers whose homes are in utter disrepair. So if you're blue collar and you have a viable skill, labor leads to lap dances and maybe more at Gyrations. Gyrations.
My plumbing is all fouled up and I need somebody to work my posthole diggers.
Do you want VIP treatment without sacrificing your kids' education? Well, don't take your tool belt off. Work yourself a deal at Gyrations. Gyrations.
Models are all over the age of 18 except where identification was not present.
Well, Andrew, you've lived a pretty good life, it seems. Let's just take a look. no murder, no adultery, no stealing, not even as a child. Very impressive.
Well, thank you, sir.
In this new age, you have to be accountable in all facets of your life.
Well, what else is there?
It is time to check your browser history.
A dirty browser history may keep you out of heaven, but don't let it ruin your legacy here on Earth. At Legacy Lock, we believe your secrets are no one's business but yours, even in death. Our patented heart monitor notifies operators the moment of your passing within minutes, so Legacy Lock teams can swarm on your home and office, removing any embarrassing material. We don't like to divulge our trade secrets, but you'll rest assured we'll be in and out, and no one will know. You're going to die. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Call Legacy Lock, and your cookies won't crumble you.
I'm proud to say I'm a New York Football Giants fan, but I have to admit the Manning brothers came out looking like Archie Manning's sperm had been sacked.
This is Admiral Akbar. You're listening to the Cranial Emission Show, but it's probably a trap.
All right, man, you ready? ESB Brewing. All right, welcome back to the Cranial Mission Show, folks. Broadcasting to you live from ESB Brewing Company, located here in scenic Tampa, Florida, 333 North Falkenberg Road, Suite D.
Sweet D.
407. A cacophony of Sweet D's before me. And you know what? I mean, that sounded kind of gay. I'm sorry.
It did kind of.
So let's move on to the 15 different beers to choose from. The ITJ standing before you behind the bar to pour you beer.
Yeah.
The illustrious TJ, also known as the Dark Lord of Something Poured.
Dark Lord Something Poured.
We have the triumvirate before you to broadcast Ben Charles, Joey Needles.
That's me.
Miguel Hito.
Hello.
The WCW as a producer, the wily Chris Wiles. If you want to be a part of the show, you can call us. 813-NEW-TALK is the number. Go to Facebook, by the way. Like our goddamn page, facebook.com/the Cranial Emissions Network. And an incredible food truck here, Sarge's Smokehouse Barbecue, to feed you. You can get your beer, you can get your food, you can get your live entertainment. That's what it's all about. And then, we have a call coming in. Is that what you're telling me, Chris?
That's what I'm saying.
All right, let's go ahead and patch this call in then.
Ben Charles, Miguel Hito, and the Reverend Joey P. It is the vociferous Big Bear.
Hey, Zach, how are you?
So for all you out there that don't know, this is the VBB. This is the man with the plan, known as the vociferous Big Bear. My friend Zach, what brings you to the program today?
Well, I figured I'd do a regular old call-in. TJ, you look great tonight, by the way.
What?
I said TJ looks phenomenal tonight.
Oh, TJ.
He does have great hair, doesn't he?
He's a little busy right now. We'll let him know you said that he's looking up.
It's kind of ironic that he's got a Stroh's shirt on and his name says Bill.
Yeah.
We'll just leave that alone.
Yeah.
For all you that know TJ, you know why that's ironic, but we'll leave that alone.
Yeah.
But Zach, what brings you to the show, my friend?
Well, I just tuned in. I was playing some ping pong with my buddy of mine, and I was just wondering if y'all talked lightning yet.
Not yet. We are getting to that. We're not trying to spoil it. We are aware of the fact that right now we are missing the Lightning game while broadcasting, which is quite painful for us. You're not going to spoil it for us, are you?
Yeah, we're DVD.
Now, if they're winning, you're welcome to spoil it. Otherwise, just don't.
No, I don't think Mike wants to hear anything, period.
No, if they're winning, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not going to spoil it.
You know what? Hey, Zach, that's pretty crappy of you, which leads us into a story I'd like you to be involved with about a woman who decided to poop in an elevator.
Not any
Another pooping thing? Yeah, this is another crappy story.
Yeah, a lot of poop.
Patricia Ann Jamison, 49, was arrested earlier this month after deputies say she pooped in an elevator. And guess what state she's in by chance, guys?
It's Florida.
It's Florida.
Yeah, but wasn't this in like the
Fort Pierce Courthouse?
Yeah, the courthouse. So she got like a bad court. Like she walked in there, they were like, "No, we're gonna hold you in contempt of court. You $160." She was like, "I'm taking a crap in the elevator."
Dude, I tell you something. She said that she has pending cases with the county. She was the last person to come out of the elevator after the reported fecal activity. Security footage allegedly showed this woman walking into the elevator and appealed to pull her pants down and then back up when she was getting out.
You know what? Sometimes when legal cases go for a long time, after a certain amount of years, you're supposed to dispose of your dockets.
Yeah, well, that's what she did, I think. And Zach, I guess the question to you is, have you ever crapped in an elevator?
Have I ever crapped in an elevator?
Right.
No, but there's been several times where I've definitely felt the urge to.
Now I've never myself ever crapped it, but I do find it a lot of fun to drop a little bit of a methane bomb before I leave the elevator.
You know what?
And then blame it on somebody else.
The best,
No, I just leave.
Yeah,
I just log out. Just, they know it's me. I don't care.
Or
I'm
the
already
best
in my
thing
parking
is
garage.
you drop that right when everybody's getting on the elevator and
Right.
you hit every button.
Yeah.
So they either get on or get off, and they, if they're stuck on the elevator, they're just having a hell of a time, and you can blame it on everybody else.
That's
everybody's going to be looking around. Nobody's going to point the finger.
I guess when it comes to crime, Florida's a really crappy state.
Yes,
it is. It's at that moment where I say, "Yo, this is my floor." Even if it's not, even if it's not my floor, this is where I get off and I walk the frickin' stairs. This is coming from a guy that smokes a pack a day, probably has frickin' emphysema at this point. I am going to walk the stairs. I'd rather sound like Lord Vader by the time I get to my destination than have to inhale that nastiness.
Yeah.
That cornucopia of crap, if you will.
Puke.
I agree. So was this lady charged with anything for pooping in the elevator?
They didn't say. They just said that it was probably her, and she was.
So I guess they
yeah,
don't
but
have
she
film.
was arrested on a warrant for nuisance injurious to health, but whether she'll be actually convicted and they can prove it is besides that fact.
Now, Zach, I gotta ask you a question, my friend. The VBB here, part of the show, part of the Cranial Mission show. Our good friend Zach, who also has his own show, by the way. Real quick, before I ask you this question, Zach, plug your show real quick.
All right, everybody, you can check out the 2 Cent Sports and Entertainment Show featuring Scuba Steve and myself on Sundays from 11 to 1 on TalkWatchStudios.com. This Sunday, we will be doing our 1-year anniversary Best of 2 Cent show.
Congratulations. Congratulations, man.
Well, we appreciate that. Thank you very much.
We will be listening. And have you taken on the moniker of the Big Bear on that show, or are you still going as coach?
Well, I'm still going as coach, but let me tell you, anyone who asks me who I am, I always tell them I'm the vociferous Big Bear.
He's Big Bear. He's
you
Iron
are
Toe.
quite vociferous, and you are quite big. But in a good way. I don't mean like in a fat way. I mean, the ladies say it's in a girthy way.
Like the way you.
Or the Double Special show called you an ogre, and I said, "Oh nay," even though that was a compliment because you're a badass big dude.
But dude, I gotta ask you, Zach, in all your experience in life, I'm sure you've shopped at Walmart at times, and as you know, my friend, when you go to places, when you go to Walmart, depending on the hours you go to, you got to be careful. Because you'll run into people that, first of all, you can't visually unsee, but even more important, you can't unfeel. I speak of course, the Walmart urinal creeper. This was a gentleman in South Carolina that decided to do a reach around while there was a guy standing next to him at a urinal. Now I don't know about you guys. I'm going to ask the panel of 4 guys sitting in front of me here. I'm one of the 4. If you're standing in a bevy of urinals at a public restroom, Chris, Joe, Mike, you've got a lineup of public urinals. Are you going to stand next to you're going to stand in the urinal where it's right next to another guy?
Yes.
Or are you going to give yourself a buffer?
I'm going to give myself at least a 1 or 2 urinal buffer.
I agree.
Depending on who it is, sometimes I've been known to actually go in and sit right next to him.
Stand right next to him? Are you talking about the ones that have a tiny little schmeckle?
But I always turn my back slightly to him to make him feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah, like.
Well, no. If I know the guy, then that's different.
No. This is people you don't even know.
Oh well, then no.
That's what I'm saying. If you walk into a public restroom and there's a guy standing in a urinal, you're not going to stand right next to him. Now, sometimes in a lot of these restrooms, there's only 2 urinals. Let's face it.
Right. So
2 is seems to be the prerequisite, right? So this guy stands at a urinal. This other dude walks in at the Walmart, stands at the urinal next to him, and decides to reach over to the divider
and just grab his dong
and give him a physical.
Right.
I would absolutely destroy
that cough?
man.
Did you make him turn his head and cough? Yeah.
Hopefully for the guy that was being assaulted, that the other dude wasn't too big, because that would suck if you turned over and the guy was 6'8", 320 pounds, because you want to kick his ass. But
Quiet your mouth, fish.
More than likely, I would just try to get my junk away and hide in the corner of the actual stall.
So you were
And
actually
lock the
going
stall
to
door.
cry.
I would.
So you're going to cry and wash yourself like you're in the crying
If he's-
game.
oh, if he's 6'8".
screaming why?
If
Is that
he's
what
six-
you're going to do?
If he's
Yeah, like
6'8".
Nancy Kerrigan.
Why? Why did he touch my
if he's,
junk?
If he's like Sancho, no,
So you're
it's
going
on.
to allow
No,
yourself
why?
to be.
Why you bring me into
Well, I'm
this
just- no,
one?
but I'm saying if you're-
I will
if it's-
never touch a man's penis.
No, what I mean though is if it's a short guy like you, it's over. I'm
So
breaking
you're
it
going
out.
to allow
No.
yourself to be kneecapped by Tanya Harding or
No, I
someone,
saw it.
someone
No,
equally
hey,
as
Bang.
masculine as Tanya Harding.
Bang, it was Jeff Galooly.
That's not what. Damn.
Tanya Harding, Jeff Galooly, they're both very masculine.
But-
What
No,
the
but
hell is
Jeff,
the difference?
Jeff Galooly swung the pipe.
You know what? This is actually beyond these references are beyond the
I
age
know.
of,
Well, the
of
question
something
is-
that the vociferous
How
Big
did he
Bear
know
could
that?
get. He's only 16. He doesn't get the whole Tanya Harding thing.
Well, the question is, what would Brian Boitano do?
That is a very valid question, actually, Chris.
He would
What
probably
would
accept.
Brian Boitano do?
He would accept a handy, and then dive into the pool.
If Brian Boitano was at the Walmart,
What would Brian Boitano do if he was here right now? He'd probably shake a fortuity.
if Brian Boitano was there, then this wouldn't be a story because no one would want
cared.
to release the story.
no.
They'd be very pleased by it, actually.
This is what George Michael's
probably
been
would
hoping
be
for
too.
years.
This would kind of
man.
be like Harry Reid.
Or George Michael.
You know, the whole tapping your foot thing at the urinal.
Oh.
But I digress. But
Yes.
anyway, I mean, Walmart is a scary place, Zach. It's a scary place for all Ukrainians as well.
Yeah, be careful, Zach, if you go
You know,
into any Walmart.
Zach is kind of like the Lego commercial. He's Zach, and he is a craniac. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the Lego commercials.
Yeah, don't ever do
You're
that.
not going with me on
No,
that one?
no.
All right, well, anyways.
I'm with you.
Walmart, you got to be crazy.
Chris, you quiet
because
down over there. We're with
apparently in Walmart, there are fake podiatrists that watch you as a woman when you go to try your shoes on
Foot
and
fetish.
say, hey, I'm a
Yep.
podiatrist. Allow me to suck on your toes to evaluate the qualifications of your feet. And some women out there at Walmart, surprisingly enough, although not quite surprising when you're at frickin' Walmart, are dumb enough to say yes.
Well, you know that's an interesting thing. Now, was he trying to convince them that maybe sucking on their toes might unswell them or something? He's like, well, you're looking a little swollen
Well,
for that
actually-
flat, man. Maybe if I put them in a warmed environment.
These shoes are said to be quite tight, so let me lube up your toes.
Yeah,
for you.
I don't know. And these women let him do it. I mean, dude, if I went anywhere and that makes no sense.
These
I mean,
boots are made for jocking.
And that's just what I'll do, because I'll take your toes and suck them off, and I'll spit all over you. I don't know.
wow.
He gets all dirty.
All of a sudden, these boots are going to be covered with spoo.
Oh, we're going away. You know what,
Okay,
Zach?
okay.
813 New Talk is the number you want to call, by the way. Zach, you still there, buddy?
I am still there. You know, last time I was at Walmart, it was a 400-pound woman. She was pretty hefty.
You suck her
And
toes?
She, I did. No, she pushed her kid down on the ground, was like slapping her and yelling 12. It was pretty scary, actually.
Yelling 12, like 12.
So I'm assuming you filed that away in the spank bank for later, right?
Oh, no, that's horrible.
Oh,
man.
no, wait, am I the only
Remember-
one? Am I the only one that does that?
Yes.
Remember, he's 16.
Yes.
Hey, dude, when I was 16, I would never leave the house if there was internet. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, we
Hey,
had to find
hey,
porn in the
hey,
forest.
when I was
we didn't
16
find it on the internet. We had to find porn in the woods.
Hey, when I was 16, that picture that took like 10 minutes to load.
Oh. Dude, when I was like 14, I was like looking for my grandmother's Victoria's Secret
No,
cabinet.
Oh, okay. Turn his mic
No,
off.
bring it.
Turn
No
his
more.
mic
You're not
off.
allowed to talk to your grandma about your
You know what,
grandmother and
this-
masturbation at the
this
same time
went
as
south.
well.
Wait, you have no room to talk.
This went south fast.
It's not my grandmother.
Cut his
Somebody
mic off.
else's, not mine. That's all I'm saying.
You know what, guys? I thought this was a family show. I really did. And then Chris had to go and make it all perverted.
He said he wanted to see his
You know,
grandma
we
in
try to
Victoria's
run
Secret.
a clean family show here. Chris,
Yeah,
you know,
God,
as our
Chris.
producer, what are you doing, man? You're like really taking us down Perv Avenue.
Chris,
drinking
that
or
was
something?
very disgusting. Why?
See,
did-
Sancho
why?
agrees. Seriously, we're gonna have
Right.
to talk with you about this. This is a G-rated show.
Yes.
Yeah, grandma rated.
Okay.
Gilf rated, baby.
Wow, Sancho.
Nice, nice,
So-
nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
turn his mic off.
Now this is actually one of my favorite stories. I'm gonna skip. The
Well, here,
next
let's
one.
let Zach go, so we can move on, so Zach doesn't have to keep.
No,
sitting there.
I actually want to get Zach's opinion on this.
Oh,
one.
you got one more.
Okay,
For
got
okay,
one
okay.
more.
One more for you, buddy.
Wait a minute. If this is a family show, does that mean I can't mention lemonparty.org?
Oh, lemonparty.org.
Well, I'm sure those people have families.
Oh, wait. Here comes the emblem here. Oh, lemon party.
Ain't no party like a lemon party, because the old lemon party don't stop.
Whoa.
Now, you know what, Zach, actually, That was a perfect segue, my friend. It's almost like you're psychic because you knew where I was going with the next story. This is about a Long Island nursing home that was caught hiring strippers for their residents. And this is pretty messed up, man. If you go ahead and Google this, for all you out there listening, Google this whole thing. Long Island retirement home hiring strippers. This gentleman showed up to witness this whole thing and was absolutely ticked. It was the son of a grandma. He walks in, and there's a dude shaking his junk. Look at it. Here's a picture. Here, check this out.
Dude, that lady's dropping
WCW,
money in there.
See this?
She looks happy.
Getting all up in this. Walks up. This dude walks up to see his 85-year-old grandma known as Bernice.
Dunking ducats into his panties. Dude.
Stuffing bills. Oh, yeah. Up in his junk.
She's dunking ducats into his ding-dong covered panties.
Now, wait.
God.
What happened to the family show thing?
It's gone, I guess.
It was never a family show.
That was last segment. The thing about
we were just throwing Zach under the bus on that one.
Wasn't there a connection between somebody that worked there and this like strip club thing?
Well,
and they were like charging these women to bring in strippers and like kind of saying they wanted them to do it, but they were really just kind of forcing it on them, forcing some.
Yeah, see, that's what I
meat
heard too.
pie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is a little worse than it sounds. Look, if a bunch of old women want to hire a male stripper, hey man, let them shake the ding dong right around.
Right, knock the cobwebs off.
Yeah, but what they were doing here is they were taking a lot of people I think that were a little mentally challenged, and they were charging them for this activity when they really didn't want said activity or even really know what the hell was happening. They thought they were like, "Oh, Billy, what's going on? You're my Billy, put your penis."
Now, Zach, I gotta ask you. I gotta ask you, Zach, if you were going to visit your Meemaw or Gigi or whatever the
Nana,
whatever the hell the nickname is that you have for your grandma, maybe it's just caustic bitch. I mean, I don't know. It depends on who your grandma is. But if you go to visit her, and all of a sudden there's some dude waving his magic wand in front of her, how would you feel about that? I mean, I don't know about you, but I'd feel kind of disconcerted.
Well, I mean, first off, I'd laugh my ass off, and then secondly, then I would probably do something about it, because that's kind of, I'm looking at the picture of what you guys are talking about. This is pretty disturbing. Although for nice young blood, actually, it's pretty fun.
Yeah,
hey, Chris, is that your grandma?
I think I got a more appropriate. Question, Zach, would you do the dancing? Now, if you were hired and you $1,000 to go one night and shake it in front of a bunch of old ladies, would you do it?
I think Zach could pull it off.
And he would come out to Big Bear.
I think he could pull it off. V double B.
I think the girls would like it. I think they would be like, this is what we want to see. We want to see a nice. Well, you are 16, so it's.
Well, I will say I know on first hand that he is actually a fabulous dancer.
Okay, well,
he is a fabulous dancer, and he would come in going, ladies, vociferous Big Bear is into his house.
You know what, Zach? I know you're trying to make some money. I know you're young and you're an enterprising individual, and I see an opportunity for you here, my friend.
Maybe.
I mean, you look at the teachers out there, and the teachers have a voracious appetite.
They do.
For teenage sexuality. So you go out there and you get down, man. You offer the stripper service. I think you can make some money.
Yeah, but wait 2 years, Zach. That's our disclaimer.
Exactly. We're not promoting anything that's illegal.
Yeah, no. Now you can keep your underwears on, man. You'll be all right.
Yeah, the whitey tighties.
Yeah, throw the tiny whities on there. Just go in there like that. You look like you're a JCPenney catalog, man.
Oh, God. Hey,
you know how old ladies like that.
On that note, Zach, we love you, buddy. We're really glad you called us up as usual, man. We'd love to hear from you. Keep the calls rolling and keep the support flowing.
And you know what? Much like Grandma that had the stripper leaning up against her, we're up against it, my friend. We got to go to a quick commercial break. So thank you so much for calling in. We love you. You know that. We love you, V Double B.
See you, buddy.
We'll talk to you soon, my friend.
All right, take care, guys.
All right, and with that note, we got to go to a quick commercial break. So for all you Craniacs out there that are listening to us, stay with us, because when we come back, Nelson, one of the former producers of the show, is going to be joining us in studio. Be right back after this. All right, man, you ready? ESB Brewing commercial, take one.
Sir, I have to know what time this is going to be over, because I have my sister's car, and she's asked that I have it home by 6 o'clock.
Look, the sooner we get started with this, the sooner we're going to finish this. Okay, man? ESB Brewing, take two.
Greetings and salutations. I'm here to tell you about ESB Brewing. The folks at ESB began brewing beers in their basement years ago because American beer had left them listless. After years of refining their special recipes, they decided to share them with other beer lovers. You should see ESB tap handles popping up at bars all around Tampa. But if you can't wait, come to the brewery itself. The The new tasting room is finished and waiting for you. ESB Brewery is located at 333 North Falkenberg Road, Tampa, Florida. Taste it and you will love it. I silly nailed it. What do you think?
Is there any way you could, I don't know, maybe lose some of those S's?
I think that was one of my best. But sadly, I'm short on time and my sister's waiting. See ya.
Partner advertising. At ESB Brewery, we spend our money on beer.
You've seen people who have straightened up from the TV show Intervention. This is a story of those who have been left behind.
Man, we can't even find anything, man. Your boy won't even talk to us without you around.
It's time to bring the recovering addict back to where he belongs.
Remember the last time we went out, we had them two hoes?
And Freddy was with that crazy tranny.
I love you, man, but I need someone I can take advantage of.
Join us tonight for the premiere episode of Re-Intervention. Real life, real drama, real junkies.
I heard you was trying to go back to school, man. School ain't no good. All they trying to do is control you, fool.
Are we willing to lose lives left behind who don't want to be saved? Join us for the first season of Re-Intervention.
Back in 1990, I recall a Christmas film where this little boy was left home alone by his parents. Now, I can't recall the name of this film, but Joe Pesci and another man with glasses were trying to break into this boy's home.
It's Daniel Stein!
Miguel, I apologize. I'm at a laundromat washing a quilt.
It's Dickie V, baby! And are you kidding me? 3 Street guys? They're not diaper dandies, baby!
Hey, it's Harry Carey here. Have you lost a loved one? Perhaps a beloved pet? Well, I can get you into...
It's Dickie V, baby! And are you kidding me? 3 Street guys? They're not diaper dandies, baby!
Welcome back to the Cranial Mission Show, live from ESB Brewing, located here in scenic Tampa, Florida. 333 North Falkenberg Road is the destination. Suite D.
Sweet D.
407. This is where you need to go. This is where you need to set your GPS. A lot of people popping in here. You look around, you look at the camera, you look at all the action going on.
I love this place.
You know, why not?
Lord.
Why wouldn't
Here
you
we
like
go.
this place? 15
My
different
favorite.
beers to choose from. Sarge's Smokehouse Barbecue, delivering food here, a renowned
Delicious.
food truck. A food truck that's won many awards, and deservedly so. This food is phenomenal. 15 different beers, phenomenal beer, phenomenal food, and what we'd like to say is phenomenal radio. Why? Because we did kind of sweep the talkies. Pat myself on the back. and
Uno,
the rest of
dos,
ourselves.
tres. We went best show, best host, and best co-host for Miggy.
You're not the co-host, Sancho.
No, for Miggy.
Oh, Miggy. Okay,
Yeah.
not for you, no.
And then the best grandma lover for Chris.
Oh, is he? Chris is the best grandma lover? I thought that was actually Joe that was the best grandma lover, but I digress.
I don't
But
think you guys should talk about him when he's not here. That's not really fair.
now the voice that you're hearing right now. That
Hey
is-
guys, that's just Nelson. What's
This
going
is
on, everybody?
Nelson.
It's good to hear from everybody. This is awesome.
Now, Nelson, let me explain to people who you are, because most people
They
don't,
know
don't
who I
care.
am. They know who I am.
Most people don't care who you are.
No, everybody knows who I am.
No, nobody knows who you are. You are a former producer of the show, 2 times removed, actually, from the show.
Yes, I mean, I had other opportunities, so I decided to go after them. But I still love coming back and seeing you guys. This is awesome, man. It's very good.
You're
to
looking pretty dapper. People are starting to take photos of you, man.
Dude, you guys know that I got a new car, right? So I got my driving outfit on.
Nelson,
I'm driving now.
if you mean by other opportunities that you were fired, yes, you did get other opportunities. That was actually after we fired you.
Right, but that was another opportunity. Why are you getting the semantics?
So I got to ask you. Oh, now you know what semantics are. Go ahead and say semantics one more time.
Listen, I know you're trying to make fun of me because I got a little bit of a lisp, but you know what? Semantics. I said, okay.
A little bit of a lisp?
A little, yeah,
Just a little bit.
It's a lot better than it used to be.
He can't
It's-
even talk
it's not
right.
better.
Listen, you always got to bring it up, Ben Charles. It's every single time. It's like,
Sancho,
it's about you this. You're about
hold on. We're going to have a control here, because most of us speak English as our native language. All 4 of us, you know, the VCW or WCW, the Wiley Chris Wiles, myself, Miggy, and Joe. We all speak the same language. Our native language is English. But Sancho, his native language is not English. Now, Sancho.
No, it's Espanol.
Exactly, my friend. You are from where?
San Pedro Sula, Honduras.
Exactly.
The
Now,
murder capital of the world.
Yes. Now, from your experience, how is Nelson's lisp? Has it gotten any better?
I don't understand. He said he went. He said he go to school or something for it. It's not good.
He went to Jimmy Chin's school of broadcasting, and I would say that the money was ill-advised.
He says S a lot.
Listen. He said that I need to. If you're gonna have a problem, you need to work on your problem. You gotta surround your problem. You gotta specifically take what you want to speak of, and you have to do it precisely like that. Otherwise, you'll never fix the problem with what you have. So, all in all, listen, I think it's gotten better. And you guys, you don't even talk about my new car. You guys, I finally got a vehicle. I'm finally driving around the streets of Tampa, and nobody wants to talk about my brand new car.
Now, is that why I have to ask you? Is that why you are sitting before us? This is a completely new attire for you,
Right? Yeah, I
Nelson.
know. Yes.
Completely new attire. You have the cabbie hat, the driving hat, if you will.
Yes.
The sunglasses. You have a scarf on.
It's not even a
maybe
scarf. It's a ripped towel.
It looks like
Yeah,
a towel.
I couldn't afford the- I
It
couldn't
looks
afford
like
the
you-
scarf.
It actually looks like you stole that from UFit.
No, this was just a towel I had around that didn't match any of the other in my bathroom. So.
Those are mechanics.
And then you have gloves from mechanics.
Well, I can't
yes.
afford that. The other
Are
ones
those
are made
supposed
of,
to be driving gloves?
They are driving. They work very well.
So apparently you are of a notion that
I'm a professional driver now. Yes,
I'm assuming you're more. You consider yourself more sophisticated.
Listen, you can make fun of me all you want, but listen, sophisticated I am, and sophisticated I will be. And I'm telling you right now.
Wait,
listen,
what are you again?
I'm a motorist.
Oh, you're a motorist.
Yes, I'm a damn
You're
good
a
motorist.
sophisticated motorist.
It's I'm 37, and it's been forever since I've ever had been on the road. So listen, look, man, I've been a very good driver. I'm doing a really good job driving my new Colt. I got spinners on it.
Did you say Colt?
Yes, remember the old Dodge
Like an
Colt?
82 Colt?
No, it's 84.
Wait a second. So no, hold on. Just shut up for a second, Nelson. So the whole impetus behind why you're here
It's
on
got
the
an
show.
87 motor in it, though.
The impetus behind why you're on the show is because you're here to gloat about the inheritance from your sister of an 84 Colt.
With an 87 engine, though. It's got an 87 engine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, and the brakes are almost new, and I got brand new spinners
I
on it.
apologize for diminishing your.
How many
your
colors
You guys didn't even go out and look.
inheritance.
They look like they're plastic. Are those plastic ones from AutoZone, the spinners?
Well, parts are plastic. Other parts are made out of steel.
What kind of steel? Fake steel?
No, it's real steel, I think. I don't know. Listen, they spin really well, and the ball bearings are excellent.
Now, see, I think you've got more motivation behind why you're. I think it's more than the fact that you actually have a car now.
Well, you know what I'm here for, Ben.
I know what you're here for.
Yes,
I know exactly what you're here for. I think you're trying to push the fact that we should use you for Nelson Man on the Street. I think you're trying to push the fact that now all of a sudden you have a means of conveyance to go from city to city
I've got
to promote the
secure
show.
vehicle. Yeah,
So we're supposed to use you all of a sudden because you can drive around some crappy Dodge Colt
That's
with
Joe's,
no mileage.
That's Joe's beer.
Yeah,
Stop
he said I
drinking
can.
his
No, he
beer,
said I
please.
can have a sip if I was in here. But listen,
I think that beer is going to have some backwash.
no, there's no backwash in it. Oh, but listen, I'm willing to do what you guys are speaking of, Ben, and I don't mind doing the man on the street segment. I think I've done a good job, but you need to talk to anything about gas money because now that I'm driving the new thing and I spent all the money on the spinners, and stop. I had it tinted and I had other things done, so I'm pretty much broke right now because my sister charged me $2,000 for that, and
Where did you get the money for this?
Well, I did some work earlier, some work for some people, some voiceover work, some different types
Really?
of commercial stuff. Yeah.
You know what? I find that quite curious.
I did
because
what?
you know why? Because investigator Dave
Ben,
Thomas.
Ben, may I?
The investigator Dave Thomas called us.
That's really getting old.
And told us that you have some culpable
What have you been doing with my wife, Gloria?
Yes.
Listen, I have no idea about any of this stuff. All I
Really?
know is that. Hey, listen, have you
Really,
ever made
you have no idea because you mentioned Gloria. You accidentally admitted Gloria's involvement in the past.
You says you pay you for something.
Yeah, $10,000. You ever made $10,000
For what?
for one voiceover?
What she pay
so
you
now
for?
you admit it.
Well, yeah, I did. She paid me that. What do you think I've been living off? How do you think I paid for all this great gear?
What did she pay you for?
It's not very great gear.
For
You
one
got
voiceover.
a gym towel
What
and
was
some
the
mechanics
voiceover?
gloves.
I just did a voiceover. You know what voiceover we're talking about? The one that Dave Thomas has.
What?
The voiceover that Dave Thomas did, okay? I get the cat out of the bag.
What?
Now I gotta ask.
So wait,
you.
hold on a second. He's
Right,
admitting something here, Ben.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it sounds like Look, Dave Thomas already said that you
I didn't
were
know.
involved.
At first, I didn't know. At first, I thought it was just something that I was doing, and it was like a joke, a gag.
So now you
like that,
now
but
you understand that this was some nefarious plot. You do understand that, right?
Well, I guess so.
Why would she do this to me?
And you know what? At first, I didn't mind hurting Santo. Santo was yelling, taking my job.
Why would she do this to me?
I think she was very upset because a certain situation with a Leslie.
Sancho.
Listen,
he just walked
off. He's crying.
Very angry.
What the hell? Really?
Listen.
She paid you $10,000.
$10,000. Yes.
Wow, this is some serious stuff. Dude.
So,
what is he gonna do?
So let me ask you a question. So,
okay.
You just admitted culpability
Listen,
regarding.
no.
Shut up. Or should I wait? Let me say it in the way you understand it. Shut up.
Okay,
you need to be.
Shut up, Nelson.
That's not being funny.
No, I'm just explaining the way you understand.
Saying it's not funny. Though.
Shut the hell up. I'll fire you again.
Stop.
I will fire you again. Shut up. So you are admitting right now that you knowingly got yourself involved in a situation that caused damage to one of our cast members, and now you're out here. And the reason you showed up today was to promote the Nelson Man on the Street segment. You wanted funding from Nelson. You wanted funding from us, and we're supposed to give that to you.
Excuse me.
Despite your involvement in trying to cause trouble, you're causing trouble with our cast members.
I'm fixing to come clean. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened.
Cut it,
exactly
you know what?
With my coke. Can you guys please listen to me for just 1 second?
You get 1 second.
I had no idea. First of all, Santo's wife, Gloria, told me, she said she wanted to play a little practical joke on him and I was going to do this. She said that I had no idea that there was anything to do with another woman, and I did not know that she was going to have him deported to San Santo Deporta. So, all in all, listen, as far as I know, I was just doing a friend a favor and trying to make something funny out of nothing. Listen, it was just a little practical joke, man. I don't see what I did wrong.
You know what?
I didn't know this was going to be something that was going to be taken so seriously.
You know what really seems as a practical joke is, first of all, your attire. Your attire is definitely...
Why, Ben, you would so always make fun of me, man. Listen, I'm trying very hard to look professional and I'm driving a car now. How are you supposed to dress when you drive?
Didn't you say you were broke? And you?
No, I am now. I bought the car and I bought the spinners and I got insurance and then I bought the scarf. Well, I ripped the towel scarf, but I bought the hat and I got the glasses and the gloves.
And that all cost $10,000.
You actually paid for those mechanics gloves that you have on right
Well, yeah,
now?
when I was buying the spinners from Advanced Auto Parts, I decided to get a pair of gloves as well.
You know what?
I like the way they're colored like that so people can see me when
I
I drive.
I have to be honest with you, Nelson. I think you got swindled.
Well, we just had a call come in.
Oh, we got a call coming in?
Okay. Let me get this real
Some
quick.
of my
I know that number, by the way. That is Felix Cow.
Uh-oh.
You know, you wanted to get funding from Felix Cow. We're going to bring him in right now. So, Felix, hey, welcome to the show, my friend. This is the benefactor of the Cranial Mission Show. This is the super fan himself, Felix Cow III. Very wealthy, very self-made man. Or as Nelson would say, very self-made man. Welcome to the show, Felix.
Hi, guys. What is up? I swear to God, Nelson, you are getting nothing from me. Not a penny.
Felix, listen to me, though. I'll explain myself.
No, I'm not listening to anything. You're getting nothing from me, and I will spank the hell out of your ass.
Listen, I had no idea when this stuff was being made.
Shut up. Just shut your mouth right now.
You guys don't ever let me speak.
I don't care. You don't need to say anything else. You just need to leave the show and never come back.
No, I'm not leaving because this was not my fault. This was Gloria's fault. She said that this was just a joke that we were going to play on Santo, and she said there was never going to be, it was going to come of it. I didn't know. I thought this was just a joke. I swear to God.
You know what, Nelson? You better be careful how
serious.
involved you are in this, because if you are that deeply involved, if you really truly caused the deportation of Sancho, not only will you not get funded for your Nelson Man on the Street segment, which, by the way, is horrendous, but you may not be involved with the show at all. So you better be very careful. And let me tell you something, my friend. At the end of this show, when this show is over, we are going to talk. And you better admit to everything.
I just did. I just came clean on everything. I want to sweep listen, Ben, you know that I take this show is very dear to my heart. I love it, and I love everything about it. I love you guys, and I did not know this was going to cause Santo any problem. I thought his wife was just doing it.
You didn't know?
No, she said that he was having a surprise party back in Santo de Teca, and she was trying to get him a free air ride back.
Now
That's all
shut
it
up
was.
for a second. I'm going to ask Felix. Shut up for a second. Now, Felix, how do you feel about this, my friend? You are, without a doubt, the utmost loyal person of this program. I mean, you have backed us time and time again. And so I have to ask you, Felix, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this?
If he's telling the truth, and Dave Thomas will find out by next week. Dave Thomas is on my S list, by the way, for bringing up some information that is really pissing me off. It should have never been brought to the day of light. Now, that's neither here nor there. The first thing is, if we find out Nelson is telling the truth and he knew nothing about it, then...
I knew nothing, Felix, I swear. Nothing.
Shut up, Nelson. Shut up. Right now. I'm talking.
Sorry.
Now, Ben, if we find out that Nelson is telling the truth and he didn't know anything about this, and Gloria was obviously now fully involved, we need to take care of Sancho. We need to get him a place to live and get him... We need to straighten this out right away. Now, Nelson, you're still not getting a penny from me, but we'll get you in the right direction if you were telling the truth. Because if she did give you money, you don't have any money. I know you don't have any money.
No, I'm broke now, but she gave me some money, man. She gave me $10,000. I swear to you.
The irony of the fact that Nelson,
somebody who's a lot weaker than her, and that's really messed up.
You know the irony of the fact that Felix wants to straighten something out. That tells you right there the extent of how serious this is.
This is not a laughing matter, Mr. Charles.
No, listen, I'm not making anything. I'm not making any funnies. Listen, you guys know how dedicated to the show I am. You know I love this. And listen, Felix, I swear to God, I would never do anything to hurt Sancho. I was just thought. She told me that he was having a surprise birthday party back on San Pedro Santa Toilet, and I was all like, okay, I'd love to help. I'd love to be here. And she was like, but I told her I was a professional, and I said, listen, I'm a professional, and that I can't do this for free because.
Hold on. You told her you were a what?
I'm a professional. I do voices for other people as well.
For who? Who the hell do you do voices for?
Well, for this show.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Felix.
Tell him to just be quiet because I'm sick of hearing him. We need to. Dave will get to the bottom of this by next week, and then he's on administrative leave for what he said to you.
Well, he better be, by the way. He better be on administrative leave. Okay, let me tell you something, my friend. Dave Thomas.
So does that mean no gas money?
You know what? Shut up. Shut up, Nelson. Dave Thomas, for what he said to me, we're going to have you know what, Felix? You and I are going to have a talk about this.
No, that's fine, Ben, because he's on administrative effing leave.
Okay.
Because
right.
he has dossiers on everybody, and I said that is not to be used in a malicious nature, and he used it in a malicious nature no matter what was said.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. But listen, Felix, we were up against a commercial break, and I know, I understand, you and I have been friends for a long time. I know that you empathize with what it's like to be up against it.
Oh, of course I do. Now, I'm going to have a ghost ship because I am pissed.
Hey, listen, Felix, it was good talking to you. I hope to see you soon.
Shut up. Shut your damn face. You're a little bitch. You're a little bitch right now until I get to the bottom of this. And I don't care who's at the top. You're a bitch. You're on my list.
Well, it was good talking to you anyway. Thank you.
Yeah, you can shut your freaking mouth.
No, stop saying that. Stop. Okay, listen, guys.
You know what?
Turn him off. I got to go. I'm leaving.
Listen, I got to go. I'm out of here.
Right.
That's it.
So, Felix, thank you so much. You know what, Nelson? You're in the studio.
No, I'm leaving now. I got to go drive.
Yeah, you should with your gay.
I got my scarf on. I got my hat.
No, it's not a scarf. You got a gay little gym towel wrapped around your neck, and mechanics gloves. I mean, you try to be sophisticated, or should I say, in your vernacular, sophisticated.
Very sophisticated.
Yeah, sophisticated. So go ahead and take your sophisticated ass.
Sounds like you got
on out of here. No,
well, I'm out.
You need to go.
All right, good night, guys.
Seriously,
hey, it was good. Hey, Chris, it was good seeing you.
You know what? Just leave. You're just digging yourself a bigger hole. Get the hell out of here. Take your headphones off. Get out of the studio. You're out. Thank you. I'm sorry. For those listening, you know what? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get outraged, but Nelson has been a huge problem with the show for a long time. We're up against a commercial break, so stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, it's Harry Carey here. Have you lost a loved one? Perhaps a beloved pet? Well, I can get you in touch with Autumn Melda and Little Bubbles. Then all you gotta do is call 1-800-ASK-HARRY, and I got you covered. Your deceased loved ones will be nothing more than a phone call away with Harry Carey's Liaisons to the Dead. Call me now at 1-800-ASK-HARRY. Here's Charlie from Toronto.
Harry Carey got me in touch with my Uncle Abe, and I found out he was the Sausage King of Chicago.
Then there's John from Salt Lake City.
My Meemaw Agnes told me where to find a fortune she had hidden from a bank robbery she had done in the early 40s.
So call me now and get in touch with your loved ones at 1-800-ASK-HARRY. That's 1-800-ASK-HARY.
Hi, I'm Herschel Cohen. When I moved from the old country to New York and finally to Tampa Bay, it became harder and harder for me to find authentic kosher sandwiches. Finally, I created what I believe is the perfect union between meat and bread. But I realized it was missing something. With the help of my Gentile brother-in-law, Seamus O'Malley, I understood a grape brew was the ideal accompaniment to my kosher delight. That's why we created Hebrews. Here, we have the chutzpah to create the glory of America's past in a great meal with a great beer. At Hebrews, we bring together bagels and lox and beers and shamrocks. Oh, the ultimate mix between two separate cultures in one set of taste buds. Along with Seamus's tremendous zeal in the 12-step program, we're able to merge our Judeo-Christian palates. Don't dine where prices make you say, oy vey. Eat at Hebrews, where your wallet will say, okay. Oh.
Like a midget at a urinal, I always have to stay on my toes.
This is Punky Brewster's adopted father calling from heaven for the Cranial Emission Show. Oh, Punky.
Welcome back to the Cranial Mission Show, folks. Broadcasting to you live from an action-packed ESB Brewing Company. I mean, it is full in here in case you haven't heard the background noise, in case you haven't seen the cameras. A lot of people hanging out here, and why wouldn't you? Because there are 15 different beers to choose from here from ESB Brewing Company. And on top of that, if you're hungry, Sergeant's Smokehouse Barbecue, a phenomenal food truck that has won multiple awards, and deservedly so if you try their food. You need to come up here if you're hungry, if you're thirsty, get yourself a good beer, pair it up with one of the many fine dishes that you can choose from Sergeant's Smokehouse Barbecue, located here, 333 North Falkenberg Road, Suite D.
Sweet D.
Sweet D.
Sweet D. 407. Thank you, Three Stooges. By the way, if you want to call in, you can do so. 1-813-NEW-TALK is the number to call.
Not Old Talk.
No, not Old Talk. And if you want to like the page, go to facebook.com/The Cranial Missions Network, facebook.com/ESB Brewing Company.
You're having a John Wayne moment there.
Sorry, I had a little bit of a burping moment there. And you know what?
He looks like a cat.
The triumvirate is here before you, and we are here to illuminate you. And one of the things that we like to talk about so much on this show is hockey. Unfortunately, it's kind of on a depressing note because we'd love to talk about the Lightning, but right now they are losing.
What?
Losing 2-0 to Les Habitants.
I was hoping not to hear that, but
2-0, my friend.
Screw the Canadians.
René Bourque and David Desharnais, both of the two goals for Montreal Canadiens.
First period?
No, we are now in the second period.
Right,
so we're literally halfway into the game, about 9 minutes left in the second period. We were losing 2-0. And unfortunately, you know, this is the dedication that we bring to you. We are all lifelong Lightning fans, huge fans.
Wait a minute, Ben. Bring it to light that you're also a...
Ole, 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 ole.
Okay.
Okay, yes, I am a Canadian fan.
I used to be a Canadians fan.
Yeah,
I was born a Canadians fan, but I am now a Lightning fan.
But
and
you
a
know
Lightning
what?
fan only.
You know what? The Lightning are now my primary team.
Really? All right. I can
they
handle
are.
that.
No, I mean, I've been a season ticket holder, as you know, when I bitched about how I didn't get my Stanley Cup ring.
Right.
I am a season ticket holder of the Lightning for the first 11 years. I did make the adjustment.
Here we go.
And now here I go with this Montreal-Tampa series. This was not a series I wanted to endure. And unfortunately, the Montreal Canadiens are now winning this game 2-0 after last game, where they were so dominant. I mean, they literally outshot Tampa 43-16 in the first three periods. And credit to the offense of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Stamkos.
Four goals.
To Lindback.
4 goals against Carey Price, who was the Olympic goaltender, the MVP of Olympic goaltending. Team Canada rode the back of Carey Price to win that gold medal. Gave up 4 goals and 16 shots, and we couldn't make do. We couldn't win in overtime. Andre Palat hurt, out for this game. Ben Bishop hurt, out for this game. And
Lindback played his butt off.
Lindback played pretty decent in the first game.
Come on, only 2 of those goals that went in were goals that he probably could have avoided.
Yeah, he has some weak moments in that game.
You forget that as well. Ryan Malone's on, I think, house arrest. So he's a healthy scratch, sort of.
Ryan Malone, who got arrested for a DUI and possession of cocaine.
I like that pause there, Ben, when you were just like, how am I going to make arrested sound nicely?
I've got to be honest about this. I'm not surprised by this, frankly. As you guys know, I lived in South Tampa, and so many times I ran into this guy. I saw him at the bar. Yeah, I'm going to say it. I mean, whatever.
Damn,
Greyhound. Are they going to bitch at me for saying this? Seriously, how many times did I see him at a bar in South Tampa where he was hanging around with his hose and decided to walk off, go to his car, and then come back 20 minutes later? I figured, either he was getting a handy or he was doing some lines, and apparently he was doing the latter.
Gonna send Malone to rehab, and he said, I gotta go, go, go.
You know what? Why? You're making that kind of money. Hold it together, for God's sake.
$4.5 million a year.
Get a cab. That's all I say. If you look,
how many times have you said this, though?
How old's Malone? 34, 35? He's in his 30s, right?
No, he's not that old.
He's
younger than that.
But he's 30s, 31, 32.
Seems like he's
that.
in higher.
All right.
31, 32.
My point. He's supposed to be the wise guy, the guy in the locker room that's
his
giving everybody good
his
advice.
father was Greg Malone, or is Greg Malone, who not only was a player in the NHL, also now in the scouting department in the NHL. So a big name guy that's really let down the team. Hasn't played in the first 2 games. You got to wonder if Ryan Malone is going to be subject to the NHL substance abuse policy. But he's not, let's break it down. The Lightning aren't falling victim to the Montreal Canadiens because of the loss of Ryan Malone. That has nothing to do with it. It really has more to do with the loss of different players. You look at the loss of Ben Bishop and now the loss of Andre Palat.
That's a big
That
one.
certainly has something to do with it. But last game, where they were outshot like they were, they needed a hustle. You didn't see the forecheck that you typically see. You didn't see the back checking that you typically see.
They look tired.
What I always say is
they paid the price.
The Lightning forecheck, they usually play really, really well. There was no forecheck. There was guys sitting back. There was no effort to the puck. I mean, if it wasn't for Lindback, you got to admit, I thought he played
pretty good,
solidly for the second playoff game he's ever played in his life.
He had decent moments, Miggy. At the beginning of the game, I would argue that he was shaky.
Yeah, he's probably.
I would argue that
exhausted.
as he began to face more shots,
Yeah.
he certainly settled in more.
Agreed.
And he had some really dramatic saves toward the end of the game.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not Ben Bishop. It's not the same goaltender.
No.
And that's the thing. You look at the Lightning, you look at how many times Ben Bishop bailed this team out. But furthermore, you look at toward the ends of the season, how the defense gelled once again. We talked about in the past second and third period collapses of the Lightning. That became a thing of the past.
In the Lightning defense, can I say one thing? And you guys correct me if you're wrong. I thought Montreal's transition game was phenomenal.
It was unbelievable.
It was.
Was it not? They were hitting
The Lightning couldn't get out of the zone, and
dude.
then Montreal was just penetrating us like nothing else.
Yeah,
but Montreal just beat them to the puck time and time again. And, unfortunately, we're not able to see this game. So, quite honestly, we can't comment to you as to why they're losing 2-0. Because that's how dedicated we are. As Lightning fans, as much as we love this team, our responsibility, our primary responsibility, is to broadcast to you live from ESP Brewing. So we're missing the game right now in terms of why they're losing. At the end of the day, this is a must-win game as far as I'm concerned. I mean, this
really
is home
is.
ice advantage. They fought so hard towards the end of the season, guys, to win this home ice advantage. If they go back to La Belle Provence, if they go back to the beautiful province known as Quebec,
It's sacré bleu
and
for
they're
them.
down 0-2 with 2 games in Montreal, you're facing some trouble right there.
You are. That's going to be tough, dude. I'm not feeling really good about it. I feel like I might have to shave my playoff beard too soon.
No, don't do that. Your beard looks awesome.
I know, but I mean, I'm growing it for
you guys' beards are growing in nicely.
They're very nice.
See, I won't shave my beard regardless because if Montreal wins, I'll continue the beard.
You know what, dude? Oh my God, you're such a Yankee fan, dude.
I am not a Yankee.
I'm coming across the table here in a minute, man.
I'm a fan of local.
Let me tell you something, brother. Dude, you're not allowed to talk about the Lightning for 20 minutes.
Now, while we're on the Lightning tip, 2 quick things I wanted to get into. Andre Chuck, the statue that was erected. Deservedly so. We meant to talk about this last week.
Was that erected by Felix?
Well, it could have been.
There's
This,
been a lot
this
of things
is
have
a
been
statue
erected
that
by
was
people.
deservedly so. You talk about the Yankees. You talk about the plethora of different statues when you go to New York. You go to the stadium. You look at all the statues around. Now with the Lightning, there's a history. There's a lineage that is being passed on. You've got Phil Esposito with his statue. Anybody that's in the know when it comes to the Lightning, they understand that Phil Esposito brought the team here to Tampa. Now you have Dave Andreychuk, who was the captain of the team, the guy that lifted the cup when they won it in 2004. Now he has a statue as well, deservedly so.
Ben, I thought. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I mean, interrupt. I thought you brought the team here.
I brought the team here?
I thought you were the first fan. You had something to do. You and Espo brought the team here. You told me that one time when you were drinking.
I didn't tell you that.
All right, I'm
He's
just saying.
becoming really Nelson-esque right now, isn't he?
No, Nelson talked to me in the parking lot. He's really mad at you guys, so I was just.
Now, I will tell you
kinda messing around.
that some of the goaltenders that play for the Lightning, I actually used to be a starting goaltender over, but that was prior to the injuries.
Hey,
but,
tell us. That's a good story though. Come
Well,
on.
J.C. Bergeron, who wound up being a goaltender for the Lightning, he was actually the backup goaltender to me when I played for Sherbrooke. And he was when I played in the Quebec Major Juniors. He was also a backup to me when I played for Fredericton in the AHL.
You know what?
It's a true story. It's a true story.
Thanks to you killing yourself that he actually has a career. Because you were the one beating yourself up.
Well, this is honestly a true story.
He was just practicing. No, that's awesome, man.
How cool is that?
But you look at the lineage with the Lightning. You look at the.
Is that the same thing as lineage?
No, it's not the same thing.
Okay, all right.
You look at the
What is lineage?
institution of Steve Yzerman as a GM.
I like him
And
as the GM.
all these people criticized him, especially the criticism gained this incredible momentum when Marty St. Louis was traded.
Yeah.
Yzerman, all he's done is gained a 4-year contract extension, and rightfully so. You look at the moves that he's made. Andre Palat, who we talk about, the fact that he's not in this game, 7th-round draft pick 2 years ago by Steve Yzerman, now the second leading rookie scorer in the NHL, under who? The first overall draft pick in Nathan McKinnon by the Colorado Avalanche this past year.
Right.
So I would say
too
that Steve
shabby.
Yzerman's doing a great job, but you look at other teams, you look at the GMs there, you look at the push, you look at the playoffs. And incredible surprises so far with the playoffs. Okay, you look at last night. This shocked me, guys. Last night, the Kings utterly blown out by the San Jose Sharks, 6-3.
Yeah, that was an ass whooping.
Utter ass whooping. Jonathan Quick gave him a bunch of goals, and so far, other than with Tampa, the home ice advantage is really coming to play. 5 out of the 6 teams that are battling right now, San Jose, or I'm sorry, other than Tampa Bay, they've all won.
Yeah.
All the home teams have won, other than Tampa Bay.
All right, let's not talk about it anymore. Moving on.
Moving on to something that's equally as depressing. Let's talk about the Tampa Bay Rays. This is actually even more depressing than Tampa Bay Lightning. Joe, I know you were excited when spring training was going on. We talked about the fact that the bats were alive, the pitching staff looked good. Now you look and you've got the 2, 3, and 5 starter in the pitching staff that are all hurt. And on top of that, the bats are about as limp as you get. And you're talking about now, we're 10 games in, my friend. We're 10 games into the season, and those bats look about as flat as they can get.
I think we're a little more than 10 in, but yeah, dude, the bats. First of all, Will Myers is having the same problem that Evan had last year, dude. They're pitching him on the outside corner and throwing breaking balls off, and he's swinging all this crap. He's really giving into the pitchers way too much. And I heard an interview with Joe Madden, which it's very interesting. Was that Joe Madden was saying to instead of changing his swing, and I really like Joe's approach in this. He said instead of changing his swing on this thing, he thinks that he should move either in or out in the batter's box. He said he wants him to keep his swing, but just adjust his position in the batter's box. And it's completely opposite of what you might think. He's saying that he wants him to back up in the batter's box, which you're thinking of how he's going to cover the outside plate. Well, with the step, it allows you to cover the outside plate, but what it does is does not allow pitchers to pitch you inside anymore. They can't throw in the ball. So Will's going to be, he's a second-year guy up in the leagues, man. This is not odd for a second-year player.
Usually they call it the sophomore slump is usually what they call it.
You hear it a lot. And you know what? Anytime there's film on a guy, they're going to figure out where to pitch him. I mean,
Right.
Longoria had the same thing. He was batting 236 at the beginning of the year, I think 2 years ago. So what I really like to see more than anything is a little more of the I think Zobrist is hitting well. I think Loney's still hitting well. I think for some reason that Logan Forsythe has naked pictures of Madden's wife because he plays a lot more than I would play him. I'm thinking maybe he's holding out, and he's like, look, I'm gonna put these pictures out there. I was at the game last night.
Really?
Oh yeah. Brandon Geyer should not be playing center field.
He's not good.
No. He looked like he was running like he had a refrigerator on his back.
And Brandon Geyer, who got a lot of acclaim with Montgomery.
Yeah.
He was playing for Montgomery Biscuits, got a lot of acclaim.
Biscuits?
Double A.
Double
Yeah,
A.
the Montgomery Biscuits. Yeah, that's
Their
what
name
they're
is the
called.
Biscuits?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Look, Brandon Geyer has been on my 2012 MLB The Show game. Every year I have to send him back down to the minors. He keeps making it back up. Guy can't hit for crap, man. I'm telling you what, dude. I'd rather have a retread. But what I need to see is Longoria keep hitting, which he had 2 hits last night. I need to see David DeJesus coming through. Now Madden's, he will not let James Loney hit against a left-handed pitcher, which to me is just completely ludicrous. I think Loney's one of the best hitters on the team. 4 average, point blank. I think his 299 average last year might speak in my favor. And he did hit a lot. Actually, he had a better, I think, average against lefties than he did righties. Well, anyway, we'll leave that go. But I'm a little scared with the pitching right now. Obviously, Matt Moore's out for the season. He's getting a Tommy John.
Alex Cobb.
Alex
out.
Cobb's going to be a 20-day type deal, but it doesn't seem anything serious.
Hellickson out.
Hellickson should be back by May, which is coming up. We're close to it.
But Joe, you look at the pitching. David Price has not represented himself well lately.
Last game.
It was blown out in the last game.
Last night they hit
Chris Archer hasn't looked so good either.
Had a bad game.
So where do we go with this? I mean, you look at the
go
pitching
nowhere.
staff.
You go nowhere.
and
It's 162
look,
games, Ben.
I mean, this is a team that has built themselves up on a great pitching staff and a great defense.
Right.
And right now you're not seeing a great pitching staff. And on top of that, there's no hitting. And this is, to me, when you look at the beginning of the season, this is the driest start we've ever seen for hitters with the Tampa Bay Rays. And that's saying a lot. I mean, the bats were alive in spring training.
Yeah, but
right now they're not. I mean, right now it's about as dry as it can get.
Right, I've explained this to you 100 times. They're hitting guys that are in the minors right now, so that spring training doesn't mean crap. It's either guys that are in the minors or guys working on pitches. But
I mean, Will Myers in the biggest slump he's ever been in.
Here's the most important thing, and this is what I've been telling you. I know we got to talk about it because I love the Rays, but we got to wait 40 games. You got to wait a quarter of the season before you make any major moves, before you're sending anybody down, before you're knocking them off the team. So we got 40 games. Let's see what happens. I really do think David Price is going to shine again, man. These are still, even Price is still a young guy, dude. You know what I mean? And he's now the team leader. So a lot of pressure and a lot of weight's been thrown on his shoulders, but. Yeah, let's wrap it up, man. Let's move on.
All right, well, guys, we're up against it. For those that are listening, all you Craniacs out there, we got to jump into another commercial break. The last segment before you. After this commercial break, we will be joined by Alexandria Reynolds representing Swim Across America.
That's A-Ran, remember,
Before that, we have Lubob calling in.
Yeah.
He's already told me he's going to be calling in. He's very excited about this new endeavor that you gave him permission for. So for all you out there, you Craniacs that are listening to us, stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
First, there was 5-hour energy, and then there was 6. Now you can get a continuous 48 hours of energy because cardiac arrest is taking energy drinks to a whole new level.
Just one bottle has kept me up for days!
Cardiac arrest contains a formula that was once only available to Chinese military personnel.
You don't get that rundown feeling because you're never gonna come down!
Cardiac arrest is making dieting a thing of the past.
Don't worry about the calories because you're never gonna feel hungry!
Cardiac arrest is gonna get your motor running.
My bowels have been empty for weeks and I feel great!
Look for cardiac arrest energy drinks at a flea market or fireworks stand near you.
Hello, I'm Patrick Stewart. ESB Brewing says partner advertising. We spend our money on beer, which is true. I'm not even getting paid for this spot.
I do love every beer that ESB Brewery puts out, but, Colt 45 is said to have a dynamite taste. I love beer, but I digress.
It's said I'm a wizard in the kitchen. All kinds of delicacies each night I cook.
It's a blast from the past, man. This is Violet, former producer of the Cranial Mission Show. Doing a little station ID for you now. So say it loud. I'm a Craniac and I'm Brad. You white people so damn funny.
Oh, welcome back, guys, to the Cranial Mission Show. We're broadcasting from the beautiful ESB Brewery. 15 beers on tap. We're located at 333 Falkenberg. Sweet D.
Sweet D.
Oh man, we got a great night tonight, and
it's been a good night.
Things are going really, really well. Dave Thomas I think he really effed up by bringing up some really crappy things from
I
the
guess
past.
so. I still don't know what
Felix
happened. We're gonna have to talk about this
Felix
after the
is
show.
pretty pissed at him, so
Yeah,
obviously he's
sounded
going
like
on some a leave. So we're gonna have Lubob calling in here in a second.
I think he's already on the line.
Is he on the line? Lubob, are you on the line, man? Hello.
Hello.
Can y'all hear? Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, what's going on,
what's up,
Lubob?
dude? What's
How
up,
you
buddy?
doing?
How you doing?
Hey, man, you goddamn right I'm on the line, man. And hey, let me tell you something, man. Y'all forgot to mention one of the great sponsors of this program, okay? You know, as y'all know, I was a big smoker, okay? I used to smoke them Parliaments, because they're cheap. I used to smoke Parliaments, I used to smoke the hair rifle, man. And you know what? Ever since I talked to Sam over at Magic Puff, okay, the e-cigarette company, Magic Puff, ever since then, I am a convert, man. I am smoking these e-cigs, and I ain't smoking none of them cigarettes no more.
Well, that sounds like
That's good, man. It
sounds like your lungs are going to thank you for that.
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty good alternative. Do they have all kinds of different flavors and stuff like that, like some of the other guys?
He is a sponsor of this show, much like I am trying to be a sponsor of why I destroyed Joe's backyard.
Yeah, this is something we're going to have to talk about. I didn't want to bring this up in the air, but I guess we're going to have to, Lou Bob. Why is there like 1,000 pissy mattresses in my backyard? I mean, I knew you said, you told me you were going to do it, and I thought we were going to maybe 20 mattresses max. There's literally, stacks and stacks of mattresses.
There's probably going to be, 110, 115 mattresses out there?
Dude, I'm guessing closer to 200.
Look, man, you gave me the green light, man. You told me that I could sell my used mattresses, man. I mean, look, I use the highest technological advances to provide people with the best used mattresses that they can find, okay? And where you live, that is a prime demographic, man. I mean, you are surrounded by migrant workers, man. You were out in Dover. I mean, I knew it was going to be a gold mine, man. Goddamn.
Yeah, listen, and you were right, and I was surprised because he's, believe it or not, he's really making a ton of money. Here's the problem, though. When it rains like today, I've got 250 mattresses with blue tarps over them in my backyard. We really have to work on something. If this is going to be something that we're going to do and you're actually going to make money, we got to get you a warehouse or something.
You need to call the general. The general,
Joe, you have got to protect the merchandise, man. It's all about the product, man. You have got to protect that stuff. I mean, all that money I'm investing for Breeze and pressure washing, all that stuff to make them mattresses clean, I have got to protect my investment.
Hey, Lubob, you might not want to give away your scientific processes or whatever you're talking about.
But no, listen.
Sorry, I mean, it's a very sophisticated process that I have to contain, okay? It's very laboratory oriented. We have to contain it.
I know, Lubob, but I saw both of my dogs peeing on your mattresses today. That's what I mean. We got to get a warehouse. We got to get them underneath cover. We got to lock them up because
Then what the hell are you doing, Joe? You are responsible for quality control, man.
No.
You're supposed to look out for that, man. You're supposed to look out for the outliers, man.
That's absolutely false. I'm not responsible for anything other than the property on which you're living on right now. So, listen, man, we're going to talk about it. Listen, I was really surprised because he really is being successful. He paid me some rent, paid my electric bill, paid for my plumbing to be fixed, but he broke the other day.
Really?
So, yeah,
Oh, wow.
It's been amazing. He's making it.
All right.
Dude, he's already moved 300 mattresses through my backyard. It's unbelievable.
Look, I'm a man of my word, okay? Look, I know, I understand that I broke your plumbing when I tried to dig that latrine in the back. I was trying not to be an inconvenience, just like today, man.
What happened today? What happened today?
I was selling mattresses, and there was a lot going on, and I needed some, refreshments. So I decided to walk in your house, and get myself something to drink, and I found something very disturbing.
What'd you find so disturbing, dude? What are you talking about? What are you doing in my house? Get out of my house.
Well, I had to relieve myself because, like I said, I had to fix my latrine and it ain't quite fixed yet. So I went to go use your bathroom, man.
I told you.
I'm very concerned about what I found in there.
All right, Lou Bob. You've done this another time. You keep trying to throw me under the bus. It's like a joke you got
putting
going
him up
right
on Front Street.
I don't know if I'm throwing you under the bus. All I know is that there was a cock ring in there. Can I say that on the radio?
No,
No,
don't
you
think
can't.
can,
For one,
actually.
say that on the damn radio, dude. Come on.
No, you can't say
Well,
that.
Wait, were you
all
talking
I know
about
is
for
it was
a-
engraved? It said from MH. And I think that's Miguel Hito.
No.
Whoa, dude.
I don't think that's the truth, dude. I think we got to,
You're trying to be funny.
It said with love from MH.
All right, you know what? We're going to go ahead and have to let you
You
go.
know what, dude? It was great talking to you, man. You have a good time.
It was hard to read, though, because it was really narrow.
Yeah. Cut him off. Go ahead.
Lou Bob, we're losing you.
Oh.
Oh, man, we lost Lou Bob. That stinks.
Why?
I don't know what he's talking about.
He's making it up, dude. Obviously, dude. You know what, dude? This is getting old. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna let him. You know what, dude? I'm letting him stay there.
He's putting
'cause,
me on Front
dude,
Street now.
I made like $700 last month. This guy is selling a lot of mattresses, man. I didn't know.
How much is each mattress?
$50. $50. Runs right through him. He cleans them with some free Febreze. Hits it with a pressure.
No. It's a highly sophisticated process.
Yeah.
Highly sophisticated process is what it was.
Trust me, his clientele could care less as long as it just doesn't smell like my dog pissing on it. But yeah, not bad.
I don't even know.
Well, let's move along because I see that we have A-Ren in the house.
It's A-Ren. What's up?
That's your new destination.
Alexandra Reynolds with Swim Across America is here with us, the beautiful Alex. And
Chris, if you could put a little picture of her whole thing there. There you go.
Yes, there with her beautiful
Alexandra
daughter.
Reynolds, who's behind the Swim Across America charity. And, this is an important event for all those out there. Illuminate everybody out there, Alexandria, as to why you're doing what you're doing. What's the impetus behind Swim Across America?
Well, with Swim Across America, we're making waves to fight cancer.
Yes, waves to fight cancer. I love it.
Literally, actually. So
That is awesome because, as we well know, it affects almost everybody in the world. I mean, no matter if you have it or you don't, you know someone who does, and you know someone who has it and or will have it in the future, which it's a really tough deal. So
let's face it, in this society with all the GMOs out there, we're all going to have it.
Yeah, right.
maybe at some point in life, somebody will have some version of it.
Exactly.
Probably.
So you're out there doing this Swim Across America thing, and explain to those that are uninitiated to this, how does the Swim Across America campaign work?
Well, Swim Across America started 27 years ago, and it
Really?
started out as a single event in Nantucket, Massachusetts.
Wow.
And it's grown to
Nantucket? I know some poems about
Nantucket.
that place, dude. That's cool, dude.
That's some cool.
I knew there was going to be a joke.
There once was a man from Nantucket.
That's what I said. I think they're more of a limerick, but yeah.
Yeah, now it's grown to events all over the nation, and we just got it here to Tampa. This is only its third year. We're doing the actual event is in Clearwater on May 31st.
Now, you swam last year, right? You swam.
did.
You swam the full mile.
Yeah, a mile.
That's 5,280 feet for all y'all out there that don't know what a mile is.
And that's in the Gulf?
It is.
With current? That ain't
Well, yeah.
easy,
And
man.
sharks? In some ways, you'll go with current, and then when you turn around, you might go against
That's
the
tough,
current.
though,
Yeah,
dude.
sharks.
Oh, yeah, man. Swimming against current a mile?
Now, do you do it with rip tides, or you try to avoid that?
Oh.
I hope you try to avoid that. So
yeah, there's actually 3 different events that you can sign up for. You can do like the half mile if you don't want to do a full mile. You can do a mile, or you can do 2.4 miles.
Now, do you have anything where you just kind of put your feet in the water and then go back and sit on the beach? Is there any kind of I could get sponsorship for that?
Is there a way
Actually, you could. You could be a land volunteer and get on a kayak and make sure the swimmers aren't swimming out to sea.
Can I contribute by just wading out with flugels?
Sure.
Now,
as
could I
long
get-
as you raise the money to get involved with the event, that's
If I
what's
tread
important.
water with water wings,
as long as you're,
it might be in like a kiddie pool in my backyard.
You gotta find
Does that
sponsorship.
contribute as Swim Across America?
Yeah, if you wanted to.
If I take a bath.
As long as you donate money, you can get in any sort of liquid you want.
Actually,
preferably
Chris, we'd all
water.
prefer if you would take a bath, please, man.
Well, according to this guy over here, this thing hasn't been washed since 2004.
Yes, that jersey that you guys see on the screen there has not been washed since the Lightning won the Stanley Cup in 2003.
Now, what you
2004.
cannot see on the screen is the incredible cloud of stench that surrounds it.
But let's keep on task here with Swim Across America. So, you're also doing your own campaign to raise some money for which is pretty awesome. I mean, you got to raise $1,000, which I know you got a few people lined up that are ready to do a nice donation. which is really awesome. But you have a lot of cool people involved with the 5 ring variety, aka the Olympians.
We have 5 Olympians that are
Yes,
going
I
to be at this event.
understand Brooke Bennett.
She's our chair for the event.
3-time gold medalist and the Wheaties box personality,
Yeah.
Brooke Bennett.
Yeah, she's hot
on the
too.
Wheatie box.
I think she's
She's
pretty
the
cool.
Michael Jordan of female swimming, if I'm quite correct.
Tiger Woods, I think.
Tiger Woods, yeah.
I think the
Mine is
correct
the-
analogy would be she's the female. She's the female Michael Phelps. Is how you should probably refer to it.
Well, no, she's better than that.
I thought Michael Phelps won more than Brooke Bennett. No,
She's still awesome.
He won he won the most of anybody. who's ever been.
Well, she's definitely a lot better looking than he is.
Yes, she is.
Yes, she's very much. And then
Better in a Speedo.
So, Alexandria, how do we locate this charity? If we wanted to be a part of this or donate money, where do we go online to contribute to this?
You can go to swimacrossamerica.org.
Okay.
And we also have Swim Across America /Tampa Bay, so that you can get directly to our Tampa swim, because you don't want to get lost.
Now, is that backslash or backsplash?
But the swimacrossamerica.org is a nationwide contact,
It is.
and that'll bring you to the various affiliates throughout the nation.
Absolutely. So,
Excellent.
if you don't want to do it here in Florida, you can maybe find an event somewhere else and swim.
And from what we've gathered, I mean, they have those charity watch lists where you can find out how much charities actually donate. Your guys are one of the tops in the amount that they donate. They donate darn near everything, right, towards the charity of their choice.
Yeah, all the money goes to Moffitt. Moffitt
Wow.
Cancer Research is
That's
going to be
amazing.
the beneficiary.
Because some of these other ones, I mean, they donate 5-10% of the
That's
overall.
the thing. I mean, you really have to look at the charities because so many charities they claim that they benefit all these different groups, but yet so much of it goes to the arbitration.
Yeah, they give pennies
of those,
on the
those
dollar.
charity
Absolutely.
events, yes.
There's no. But listen, I want to. I'm putting it on record now. I'm on radio. I would like to sponsor. How do I do this?
That'd be great. You could go to swimacrossamerica.org.
Actually, she's
Do
got
I-
a really nice dress with
And
her
search
name
my
on
name.
it. Yeah.
That's how I do it. All
Yeah,
right,
you
we're
can
gonna do this
search
afterwards, and
Alexandria
then what
Reynolds
per mile? Is that how it works? I put.
There's
a
only
certain
one,
dollar
so I
amount.
hope you donate big on that mile, my friend.
You can donate.
Oh, that's right. I got it. All right,
And
we'll
if
figure
you
it
want
out.
to swim, we actually need more swimmers.
Dude, I just
We
had
would like
shoulder
to have
surgery.
400
I can't.
swimmers this
Now
year.
you know
I'd
what?
be swimming in a circle. I'd be
While we've got you on the air, we've got to ask you about this story. Okay, we've only got about 4 minutes left,
Okay.
and I want to get your take on this because you're a swimmer. You're out there. I mean, clearly there are swimming pools, but sometimes you have to swim elsewhere. I mean, if you're going to swim across America, you can't just choose from public swimming pools. I mean, sometimes you got to go out in the ocean, and you got to be careful because all of a sudden now we're seeing where great white sharks are spotted here in Florida.
Don't bring
In
this
case
up.
in point,
Not to scare you.
A great white shark that was spotted off the coast of Anna Maria Island.
3 miles off the coast of Anna Maria
Now,
Island.
Joe and I have been surfing for a long time. I can't tell you how many times we've run into sharks. I never forget, my friend, that time you went to catch a wave and you bailed out and there was a shark in that wave. That was on the east coast of Florida. I remember that vividly. So, what is your take on this whole thing? I mean, is this an endangerment to swim across America?
No, I don't think so. We just need more swimmers, so that way the sharks
That's
don't
a
know
good
how to
point.
choose
The
from.
more
You know?
Just don't be the slowest one.
It's all about strength in numbers.
The Sharks will pick off the weak ones first, and Alex most likely will be at the top of the pack because I know personally you've been practicing your butt off.
So you just need to swim faster than they do.
Absolutely,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to beat the shark, just the slowest swimmer.
Punch him
Remember
in the
that.
nose. Punch the shark in the nose.
No, don't.
No, seriously, if a shark's about to bite you, are you really going to have the composure to punch him in the nose?
That's hey, if you want to live, you punch that shark in the nose, right?
Yeah.
Right? It disorients them.
I always thought you put something in their blowhole.
No,
that's a whale.
That's what your roommate in prison taught
Oh,
you.
get the jelly out. Anyways, Miss Reynolds, we really appreciate you coming
A-Ren.
here. A-Ren, we really appreciate you coming here and telling us about Swim Across America, making waves to fight cancer. And again, one more time on those websites so people
How do
know.
we find you again?
You can do swimacrossamerica.org, and you can also follow us on Twitter at SAA Tampa Bay, and then we have a Facebook page too, Swim Across America.
Very nice.
SAA.
Every
SAA, yeah.
SAA Tampa Bay. SAA Tampa Bay. SAA Tampa Bay. All right, Swim Across America. Alex, thank you very much for joining
Thanks
us
so
today.
much for having me.
Thank you, Alex.
Ben, take it away. Let's go ahead and wrap this
And
up.
that's the thing. I mean, for all you out there that are listening to this show, you're fans of the Cranial, fans of the Cranial Mission Show. You can hear the abundant cheers of these lovely women that are standing before us. And
I think they're actually cheering for Alex, but that's okay. I think
that
they love
wasn't for
us
us,
too.
I'm not saying that they weren't. I'm just
Girl
saying you can
power
hear the
stuff.
abundant cheers of lovely women before us. But thank you for sidetracking me here.
I'm sorry.
But, there's a reason why, because this is a good cause. Seriously, for all you out there, this is a cause against cancer. You need to go online and look this up. Swim Across America at Tampa Bay. Look this up. Try to donate your money to this as much as you can.
SwimAcrossAmerica.org.
.org.
/Tampa Bay.
/Tampa Bay. I digress. For all you out there that are listening to the Cranial Mission Show, thank you so much. Every Friday night, we are here 7 to 9.
Yep.
7 to 9 p.m. live from ESB Brewing, located here, 333 North Falkenberg Road, Suite D.
Sweet D.
407. And there's a lot of follow-up in this show. We're at the end. We're running out of time. And I got to ask you guys, after the Dave Thomas phone call, after Nelson's reveal.
What? Yeah.
After Nelson got here in the studio and revealed what he did, there's a lot of backstory that we have to follow up on here.
Yeah, we got to.
I think it's high time.
I'm going to kill you, Nelson, wherever you are.
You know what, Sancho, as upset as you are at Nelson, you should be more upset at your wife, Gloria, who is further implicated in this story. We're going to have to talk to Gloria.
It's big news. All right, listen,
we're going to have to bring her on. We're going to have to talk to her about this.
Take him off. He's crying.
We're going to have to bring on your wife, Gloria, next week, man.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about this. So for all you out there, all you Craniacs that are listening to the show, thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you to Sarge's Smokehouse Barbecue, phenomenal food truck. Thank you to ESB Brewing, which, it goes without saying, has unbelievable beer. Thank you, WCW.
Thanks to
our good producer here,
Aaron.
The wily Chris Wiles.
Thanks to A-Ren from Swim Across America,
Thanks to
Alexandra Reynolds.
Thanks to the Dark Lord of Something Poured, ITJ, standing behind the bar.
And we might, we're going to have to thank Lou Bob for tightening up your place, dude.
Oh, my God. I got to get him out of there, dude. He's driving me
What
crazy,
was up
man.
with the cock ring? I just want to know about that.
Dude, he's making stuff up.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
It had my name on it, and I gave it to myself one time, but I don't know how Joe got it.
I'm wondering how he got that.
I stole it.
He probably lifted it out of my house.
This is why you tune in next week, because there's always drama. We'll follow up on it. So for all you out there, all you Craniacs, make sure you tune in next week.
We'll get to the bottom of the cock ring.
Here on YouTube Live. You can find us through talkwatstudios.com.
Why?
Ben Charles, Miguel Hito, the Reverend Joey T, Triumvirate with WCW, the Wily Chris Wiles.
Why?
We'll talk to you next week.
Why me do
Take care.
Hadron collision, X-ray double vision,
Internet transmissions
of the cranial emissions. Say goodbye to Miguel Hito
and the Mr. BC. Don't forget about me. I'm the Reverend Joey T.
ESB Brewery is the place to be
For all the finest ales
and the Cranial 3. Just 3 cohort,
and we talk about sports and anything else that tickles our shorts.
We won't refrain
from talking the inane. 4 to 5 doctors say it won't rot your brain.
We gotta be going,
and we hope that you won't miss us. The bell has rung
and the teacher has dismissed us. So don't be sad,
cause there's no need to freak.
We'll be coming out your speakers same time next week.